Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen, and of course, Fanta Lemonade. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic, and today we are going to be doing the only Dwarf Mains tournament, otherwise known as ODM. And we are going to be having an interesting final. So the extreme meme teams, the Phoenix King is going to be in the final, going up against LP Leopard. So don't know too much about LP Leopard, but I have been seeing the Phoenix King in and around the tournament scene quite a bit. So I'm excited to see what he has to bring here. Now we are going to be playing on Gamble Raz, which for the most part has a dip on one side of the map, but apart from that, pretty flat in total. So welcome, hope you're all doing very well today on this fine Friday, and I hope you're looking forward to your weekend. So we are going to be kicking off here. Let's have a look, see what they're saying for the Phoenix King. Let's say thanks mate. So it was pick and ban results. Global ban Cathay, global ban Tomb Kings. Very interesting to see. The Cathay ban makes complete sense. Tomb Kings, though, very interesting. I wonder if the Tomb Kings ban came from the Phoenix King, hoping to stop them perhaps up against maybe some Wood Elves or some other Elves plays that he has perhaps in the back pocket there. So, interesting stuff. Pick High Elves, ban Slaanesh and Bretonnia. Interesting. I think Bretonnia... Really? I actually quite like High Elves into Bretonnia. Quite surprised by that from the Phoenix King. So it looks like Dark Elves is going to be the pick. I think Dark Elves has always been a pretty decent, kind of midway towards the fight. So we are going to see some disgusting Elgi battle it out. But you know what? It's a win-win because Elves are going to die. That's all that matters. Good day, my dudes. Mr. Dog, how are you, my friend? Hope you're doing very, very well. Hope you're having a fantastic week wherever you are. So, I assume that's still Brazil, Dog. I'm not too sure. I think it was Brazil. I think I remember correctly. How you doing, Mr. Mark Clark? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Ban TK to avoid a bony situation. I agree. And the bone zone is not a place you want to go very often. It can be rather brutal and sore. But it's like Phoenix loves High Elves. I know. He is an Elgi lover indeed, and it does make my Dwarven soul rather sad. Although it was quite nice to watch Lord of the Rings of Power, and watch the fact that all of the Elves are in the hands of the Dwarfs. I was like, the way it should be. Lovely doubly. Still Brazil, unfortunately. Brazil's a lovely place. Whereabouts in Brazil, Dog? Whereabouts in Brazil? Can't remember exactly where in Brazil, but I've been to Brazil. Where did we go to? We went to Belo Horizonte, or something pronounced along that line. Belo Horizonte? Something like that. Stands for like beautiful horizon or something. I went there for the World Cup in 2014 for about 6 weeks, maybe a bit longer. It was insane. The best holiday I've ever had, ever in my life, probably. Yeah, probably the best holiday I've ever had till this day. Was insane. But yes, so by the way, FYI for tonight, I am extremely tired. I have already done. I did like a 9 till 5 today, but it was there was a lot. It was 9 to 5 with no breaks, and I'm pretty exhausted. So I'm going to try my absolute best to try and power through this. I did make a very good play. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was really cool. Everyone I met there was really nice. I had a fantastic time. Yeah, so I'm going to try and power through this. I did say to the ODM boys, and they offered. I was like, of course, I love doing the ODM events, because they are only Dwarf mains. So been a Dwarf main myself. I have to. Can you turn unit caps off? Done, my friend. Done. Just for you, Mr. Phoenix King. Just for you. I'll get that done. Don't you worry about that. I got you, my dude. I got you. By the way, for today, if you do enjoy all of the multiplayer content coming here from the channel, do feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I think we're like 2 or 3 subscribers away from 1.8k, which is pretty exciting. Very nice to see that the numbers are growing again since I have made my return to YouTube. Very much enjoying being back on top and just kind of enjoying streaming again, just enjoying casting and doing all the good stuff. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. For anybody that did miss the stream between myself and ODM, we did a stream yesterday actually, and we did a really cool stream where we took the Warriors of Chaos up against Skaven. So it's just a one stream, one specific matchup with the ODM boys, and what we did is we just rotated people. Everyone had an opportunity to play Chaos. Everyone had an opportunity to play Skaven, and we went into the game and had a bit of an in-depth look at what the matchup's like. I believe the next one we're going to be looking at is going to be High Elves. I think it was High Elves going up against. We did have this chat. Which one was it going to be next? I think it was High Elves against... Tzeentch, yes. High Elves against Tzeentch, which I think will be a very interesting one. You know, certainly a very fan favourite with the High Elves, and then a Tzeentch, you know, a very strong, you know, arguably the strongest, no, probably second strongest, sorry, faction coming out of the new Warhammer 3 just before Mortal Empire. So it should be a very interesting one there. Hate being busy. I'll check back soon. Best of luck all. Thank you very much, Mark Luck. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. So we are going to rock into the first game, and I'm very excited to see here. I assume from the Dark Elves we're going to have Mimas Darkblade. No, it's going to be Malekith. Going up against Alariel the Radiant with double Star Dragon. Yes, double Star Dragon is legal, but we do have double Bolt Throwers, double Scourge Runners, triple of the Dark Shards. This is a bold play. This is a bold play. 3 Illyrian Reavers. I assume he was trying to squeeze a 4th out there, but couldn't quite get it in the pocket. But he's brought the Regiment of Renown, which I'm quite interested by. I mean, this is a hell of a play. I don't know how competitive this is, but it certainly could be very interesting. It really could be very interesting. So we're going to be on Galbarans. The next map here will be Prague, and then it'll be Troll Run. So who are we fancying, guys? Are we fancying the Druchii or the Asur? What are we thinking here? Is it going to be Alariel the Radiant screaming into battle, heels on her back pocket? Or is it going to be the Dark King himself? Or are we going to be seeing Mouse bringing through and, you know, bringing Mummy down? What do we reckon? Hello there, Mr. CJ DJ. How we doing, my friend? Hope you're doing very well today. Hope you're doing very well, boss man. Just waiting for these bad boys to load in. Just trying to see if I can fix this camera up slightly. I don't know if that's made it better or worse. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe. That build. Yo, Neckbat, what we doing, baby? We do see the Scourge from down under. He comes back again. How we doing, my friend? Hope you're doing very well. It's been a while. It's been a while. Where's your memory been, my friend? I don't think you were in today's tournament. Let's have a little look here. No, I don't see you in today's tournament unless you've changed your name. But how you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while in the multiplayer scene. But the build looks, yeah, it does look rather minging. I'm not going to lie to you. So in the front here, we've got some Dark Riders, of course, beat up by some Scourge Runner Chariots. These bad boys are good anti-large armor-piercing missiles. Front line of the regular Bleak Swords. And then we are going to have the Dark Shards in the back pocket. We are going to have Malekith on a dragon. I don't know about that. He could certainly be suffering here. Chilled Wind alongside here the Gaze of Malice. Noxious Breath attacks, and that's it. Nothing else here in the back pocket. We are going to have the double Reaper Bolt Throwers, and it's going to be a lot to protect those Reaper Bolt Throwers, that's for sure. So the poke and stroke here coming forward from the Illyrian Reavers. Illyrian Reavers in the back pocket as well here for the regular... I believe these are the unshielded, right? Yeah, they've just got these kind of like spear. Yeah, they're just spears, aren't they? They're not really any sort of lances or anything like that. But we do have the Rahaga's Pride. So these bad boys not only look gangster as hell, but if you get in on here, we do have the Mighty Roar. So negative leadership, negative speed. Yeah, maybe just a bit of a net there, just in case we're pressuring on the Illyrian Reaver Archer Core. So in the middle, we are going to have the double Star Dragons, these beautiful beastie boys that come with that very large single entity breath attack. 3 of those in total. And then we're going to be looking after Alariel the Radiant in the sky here on her Heagle. So we are going to have the Life Bloom as well as Earthblood. the Star of Avalon, and then the Fast Protection. Yeah, looking pretty good. Arcane Conduit in the pocket as well. Yeah, that could be interesting. The added armor here could be pretty decent for the Star Dragon. Give that, 120 armor plus 25% missile resistance. We could be looking pretty good. DEWTF. How we doing, Ben Chase? How we doing? Well, my friend. So yeah, the Druchii. What's going on here? What's wrong with that? What don't you like about the Druchii? They're going to be having Cold One Knights here in the back pocket, the anti-large armor-piercing cavalry of old, here with those primal instincts. Now, they don't rampage anymore, but they do give some beautiful stats for sure. And then we are going to have that murderous prowess, which could also, I think now, I don't think it ever used to give vigor, but now it does, which is quite nice. Yes, sir. Got Rona, so I'm not active currently. Oh man, not the Rona. No, sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that. So in the middle, we are going to have some Dark Shards. Just poking and stroking here with the Reaper Bolt Throws. They'll certainly keep in check here with the Illyrian Reavers. And yeah, these chariots, they're going to do pretty well. 80 armor. Don't think, yeah, no missile resistance, but you know, they are going to get a couple of bolts to the face here from the Reaver Archers. And then there's going to be a bit of counter skirmish here. Lovely damage. Can really take down a couple of models here at a go. Star Dragon's coming across. Maybe a bit of butchery here coming forward for the Scourge Runner chariots. They've got to be careful. They've got to keep moving, or they're going to be going straight to Pound Town. Now, you certainly could push off here with the Illyrian Reavers, get these Scourge Runners out of the back pocket, but of course you don't want to take too much unnecessary damage. And looks like the Bolt Thrower is going to be targeting downtown on the Illyrian Reavers, seems to be the choice, but we are going to go for the trees there. Lots of damage on the left side of the map, where the Reaper Bolt Thrower here looks like he's going to be coming after, yes, the Reaver Archers. So going to be taking down some of that skirmish. Take away the skirmish, and it's going to get pretty painful here for the Asur. Dark Runners in the back, Cold Ones as well. Two Cold Ones are going to be pretty difficult to punch through, I have to say. It really will delete some of the Illyrian Reavers rather quickly. Has a very good countermeasure there for sure. I do find them quite expensive though. They do pretty well for what they bring, but they are still quite expensive on the cavalry side. Really shortening the force here of the Dark Elves. Illyrian Reavers in the back pocket, you can see the damage. So much armor piercing here from the Dark Shards. They have well and truly got the paddles out here up against the Illyrian Reavers. They're going to be backing off, and do you know what? I don't blame them. Rahagas in the middle. They're going to be diving down here all over the Bleak Swords. That is going to be nuts deep, straight all over the shields here of the Dark Riders. And then they're going to get pulled away with a nice spear charge here from the Illyrian Reavers. So thumping in the front line, doing some pretty decent work. Breath attacks down the line here up against the Cold One Knights. Lovely stuff. Those nice large breath attacks down by 40% health here. And the double star chads moving in alongside their Rahaga's Pride. So it looks like there's going to be lots of just a cavalry melee mess here in the middle as we try and get away here with the Cold Ones. Banners of Power going to be pulling heavily into the Dark Elf favour. So in the middle we are going to have Dark Shards getting compromised here by the Star Dragons. Definitely want some healing going off in the middle. Healing is going to be here, so 0.8 there for about 7 seconds with, this is going to be a counter of the Soul Stealers, Star of Avalon, and the Overcast Fast Protection. That's going to be 35 meters there of armor and melee defense. So we do move in here with Alarielle. She's going to dip out as we do see double stars going up against, I don't actually know what type of dragon we're going to be battling here with Malekith, but wait, what? Is that an attack? Oh my god, that was sick! What was that? That was unbelievable. I have not seen that before, but that was insane. They like went up there, dueled and fought. Look at this. Oh, that is so sick. I'm so happy about that. And ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what to say about that, but that is like the coolest thing I've ever seen in this game. That is absolutely fantastic. So they're going to be joining. Malekith has had enough. They've had some rumbles and tumbles, and looks like the Star Dragons have well and truly, made a beta here out of Malekith. But in the backside, we are going to get a charge here from the Rahaga's Pride, getting on top of the Dark Shards. Those shields aren't going to protect you up against those big, large fangs. So we do have the Reaper Bolt Throwers in the front. They're going to be firing at not too much here. They've kind of gone a bit AFK in the backside. But Bleak Swords here And looks like a shatter for the Dark Shards on the right-hand flank. Ellyrian Reavers are going to be breaking, but they have done the business. They've done what needs to be done. And we are going to see the Rahaga's Pride in the middle, using their ability here of the Mighty Roar, slowing down those Scourge Runners, getting in here with the Star Dragon to that ground and pound. So that not just breath attack coming down here on the weaker of the two Star Dragons. Shots coming up at the sky here up against Malekith. And now it looks like balance of power says it's going to be favouring the Phoenix King, but 7,200 up against 6,000 value there for the High Elves. But the game fancies the High Elves. Very interesting stuff. Dark Riders in the backside going to be pushing forward here, countering up against the War Lions. War Lions will do pretty well there for sure. Ellyrian Reavers also going to be helping with a couple of arrows coming over the top. And it looks like the double Star Dragons, the Chants themselves, the alpha males of the pack, are going to be swooning down here on Malekith. And they're going to be taking him down pretty quickly. You probably want to get Ariel around the corner here and kind of smashing into the face here of Malekith. And yeah, that's going to be probably GG's there, unfortunately, for Malekith. He can try and you know, move around, swoop, and try and you know, use a couple of tricks in the back book. But I don't think he's got too much here in the pocket to get away with. On the floor, the Rahaga's Bride going to be doing the business up against the Reaper Bolt Throwers and the Scourge Runner Chariots. Of course, the Reaper Bolt Thrower is getting broken here. You lose that ammunition, and therefore you lose that balance of power. So you've got to be careful. Scourge Runner is charging up to the backside here of the Ellyrian Reavers. It's going to be a nice, good charge. Not too much health. 800 left there for the Cavalry. Scourge Runners are out of ammunition, so they're not too helpful here at the end. But that breath attack is fantastic. Catching 1, 2, 3 units in the middle. Doing some beautiful work indeed. Malekith is going to get away for now. 90 speed. And it's only going to be 80 there for the Star Dragons. Alarielle, could she get in? Could she finish this off? Possibly. It possibly could happen. Now, but of course, we do have the Mighty Roar in the back pocket. The boys in the middle do break, though. That is really unfortunate. That'd be a really good chase-off here for Malekith to get some of the Rahaga's Pride out of the battle. That negative speed and leadership is going to be rather handy towards the later stages of the game. 9,000 value here for the Dark Elves up against 8,200 for the High Elves, but still, balance of power is going to be favouring the Assault. We do see Bleak Swords here alongside Scourge Runners and the Cold Ones cycle charging in the middle up against the Star Dragon. It looks like in the sky we are going to have the Duel of the Ages, but I really think you need Alarielle in here fighting as well. That Star Dragon on his own will probably lose. Alarielle does join the fight. Do we have? Yes, we have fast protection in the middle, giving that melee defense up to 78 and 120 armor, which means any of those shots coming down here from the Dark Shards will suffer just that little bit more. On the floor, the Scourge Runner is going to be down still at 4 models, but 2,500 HP. And it looks like in the middle we are going to perhaps, yes, we are going to get, I think, a Star of Avalon here. Yes, so the second and final Star of Avalon giving some beautiful healing in the middle. That's going to be some nice work there for the Star Dragon in the pocket. Charging down, getting some more healing, but also causing those terror routes. And it looks like Alarielle on the Eagle is going to be slamming the big man here. And that is going to be the win for Phoenix King with one of the most disgusting High Elf builds I've seen in a while. Well, well, ladies and gentlemen, some fantastic stuff. Let's have a look. So we are going to have 620 there for Alarielle, 3,000 and 1,700 for the Star Dragon, 1.5k there for the Rahaga's Pride, and 1,100 for the second War Lions. 580, 450, and 300 there for the Ellyrian Reaver Archers, 175, 200, 280, and 300 from the Ellyrian Reavers. Pardon me. 2,750 there for Malekith, good work. 250 and 970 there from the Cold One Knights. So one did really well. The other one came at, you know, only a quarter value, which is rather interesting. 1,062 and 1,550 there for the Scourge Runners. So pretty good overall. 330 and 420 there from the Reaper Bolt Throwers, with 688 from the Dark Shards, 320 and 660. Frontline Bleak Swords, 350, 200, 240, 370, with the backside getting 480 and 650 there for the Dark Riders. I can't help but thinking, Dark Rider Shields, just 4 of them, maybe dropping the Cold Ones. The Cold Ones do offer quite a bit. Yeah, it's tough here. It's tough. Very, very interesting matchup, but the High Elves here really brought the pain. That's for sure. Hey, Victor, how we doing? Logic, think the fastest unit is pink. Bloodthirsters, I got in the Kairo's army. They hit the speed cap. What is the speed cap in the game? Is the speed cap 200? I have a feeling like the speed cap would be something like 200. Let's get on the scoreboard here. Let's get that updated. It's going to be 1-0 there to the big man himself, doing rather well there with the Assault. That's quite fun stuff indeed. And by the way, guys, I hope you are enjoying. If you do, of course, do smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's have a look here. When Nakari vassalizes all High Elves, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, Legendary Lords, he gets 600% boost income, recruitment, time reduction, special items. Nakari is the true Phoenix King. Indeed, GG's. Who needs infantry? Exactly! Infantry is... it's an old school mentality. Old school. Check it out. Don't need it. I didn't know where the speed cap... I didn't know there... Oh, yeah. Everything has a cap. Everything has a cap. Yeah. Like, armor has a cap. I think armor cap is 200. Anything over 200, there's no efficiency value above that. So I assume speed cap is 200. I think so, yeah. I think there is a speed cap. I think 200. I think 200 across the board might, apart from a couple of things like weapon strength and stuff, is the cap, yeah. Because like you certainly have to have caps in the game, for sure. I'm sure of it. Like there's an armor cap, so I assume there must be a speed cap. I assume. I can check out for you guys. I can get back to you all. So we're looking at game 2 here, just waiting for the Phoenix King to let me know what the picks and bans are. That's going to be game 1. Game 2 here is going to be on Prague. Big fan of Prague, me. Quite a nice map indeed. I love it at Prague. Multiplayer. Prague is a very important place in lore. So, but yes. Yeah, I think there is Phoenix King, but yes, I think there is. I think 200 is the speed cap, which I think you can reach with quite a few units rather comfortably. Alrighty, so... So maybe Slaanesh High Elves? Possibly. It is a possibly. I mean, I'd probably put High Elves at maybe B tier. Maybe B tier. I think High Elves are looking rather strong right now. Quite like them in the meta. I think they're doing pretty well. I think actually they're probably doing better now in the meta than Slaanesh are. Outside of domination, that is. This is only for land battles, right? I think Slaanesh have taken a big hit from their infantry, and they really suffer against certain factions with limitations from like range, even flying units to an extent. There's quite a few factions Slaanesh really can struggle with. So maybe Slaanesh High Elves, I assume. So the first picks and bans, I haven't really heard back here from the Phoenix King. But it looks like, well, of course, Gathea and TK are banned. So it's High Elves, banned Slaanesh, and Brett. So I assume that's Phoenix King's picks. I think he's first. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is first. So both sides obviously consider that Slaanesh. I mean, they do have anti-large cavalry. Their Hellstriders are very strong. Told you logic. What did you tell me? What did you tell me, my friend? What did you tell me? Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it. Was the fact that they're a B? Was that what it is? Is that what it is? Are they just super strong OP now? No, I do like them. I do like them. I thought they would still like really suffer up against things like Bretonnia still, but like the way I saw them deal with Bretonnia and other factions like that is really changing my mind. Also seeing like the fact you can bring double Star Dragon now plus an Ariel is absurdly disgusting. Like, it's just filthy bad. Slaanesh vs High Elves is one of the most iconic Howdy, howdy, Mr. Undead. Hope you're doing well, my friend. How you doing today? Slaanesh vs. High Elves is one of the most iconic Warhammer rivalries, just like Dark Elves and High Elves, Dwarves vs. High Elves, Greenskins vs. High Elves, High Elves vs. High Elves. Exactly, dog. You get it. High Elves, just being the pompy, pointy-eared princesses that they are, decided to fight everybody. HE not that bad. No, HE's not that bad. It's not that bad. I really think they've received some lovely buffs. I really do. I really do. I did state that. And I think it's like they grew, but then also so did Vampire Counts. But Vampire Counts outgrew the amount that High Elves did, which is interesting. If only Hydra could fly. I like Hydras anyway, even if they don't fly. You know, regen, breath attacks. What more could you want? What more could you want? They're super fun, right? But yeah, High Elves just received so many buffs, and like you know, one of the main fighters was going up against the Vampire Counts, but Vampire Counts have also grown exponentially as well. And it was one of their main counters. So I think there's a couple of things that limit them, but I still think they are very strong. They don't have a super wide playstyle, but I am still a fan of them. I'm doing well. Just about had a heart attack when I saw the tier list video and I saw TK in A. Yeah, man. Yeah. TK be strong, man. TK be strong. TK also be kind of brokenly OP. Actually, in actual fact, Undead, TK was... So there's a bit of a ban system in this. You have permanent bans for the entire best of 3. We had Cathay banned, and then we also had Tomb Kings banned, which was quite surprising. Yeah. They are awesome, yeah. I love Hydras, man. I think Hydras are just super fun. Also, I like the Regiment Renowned, like having that Frost Aura ability with Frostbite, Breath Attacks, like that freezing cold. I don't know, it's just cool, man. It's just cool. And listen, sometimes I don't really care if something's not like super optimal, but I just love the fact that you can have fun with it. Like there are some things that are so terrible you can't use them. Like I don't like a Carabidis at all. I just think they're complete garbage. I would never use them in multiplayer, but you could certainly use Hydras, I think. Yeah, I'm loving the Bony Boys right now. The Bony Boys are strong. This is pleasing to my ears. Finally, my TK supremacy has been achieved. It's chill. What's chill, Mr. ODM Loopy? How you doing, Loopy, by the way? Hope you're doing well, my dude. Hope you're doing well. So looks like we are going to be ready. Just waiting on the Lipard. Yeah, you can only sit here but think that maybe this is probably Slaanesh favoured, perhaps. I think their cavalry is going to do pretty well here. Because if you bring most of like the Hellstriders are going to do well against everything but the Dragon Princes, but then you just bring up a couple of the armor-piercing ones and they'll do pretty well. The ROR Hydras, yeah, man, they are chilling for sure. Now they only need a DLC. Who needs a DLC? What, Tomb Kings? Tomb Kings are still one of the very few factions that have not received a DLC. So, Vampire Pirates, Tomb Kings, Norska. Yeah, maybe they're the only ones from Warhammer 2, Warhammer 1 days that haven't received a DLC. I think they're the only 3. Can't think of anybody else. Yeah, must be only those 3 from Warhammer 2, Warhammer 1. Are there like any competitive allocations for Doom Flares? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Doom Flares certainly are competitive in certain matchups. Well, what do I say competitive? I wouldn't say that they're like in overall competitive. Like overall, Doom Flares are like not that great. But they can be used competitively, especially against things like Dwarfs. 100%, because they're doing very well there. But I guess Nagash is coming. Who knows, mate? Who knows, Loopy? Maybe the big chunk is this. Maybe the big chunk isn't. Who knows? TK and VP are DLC though. Well, they are a DLC in themselves, but the factions themselves hasn't received a DLC outside of that, if that makes sense. So like Norska, the 3 of them came as they are, and they haven't been changed. Everything else has had an update. You know, even all the brand new factions from Warhammer 3 have had all their regiments of renown added. You know, everything you got from TK, everything you got from VP, everything you got from all those 3 factions and Norska are as they are. I guess Norska had a one regiment of renown buff. To be fair, they did say a DLC was coming for Norska, and they got the regiment of renown Wyvern. What more could you want? A regiment of renown Wyvern that flies and gives you a Guardian, because you have loads of Flying Lord options in Norska. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alrighty. Somebody here is struggling to load him. Not too sure who that is. Yeah, I'm not too sure we're struggling to load in. I'm probably gonna blame Pantelinard. I think he deserves it. I mean, he's not here to defend himself, so there's not a lot he can say. There is an obscure TK Legendary Lord that I only know because of some dude spamming Lore Master Sotek comment section that I really wish was a DLC. A big Bone Giant Lord. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. My favourite ROR are the Lamprey's Revenge and the Avalanche Mortars. Lamprey's Revenge are really cool. They were really powerful in Warhammer 2 multiplayer, that's for sure. Oh, I love the colour scheme. Look at this. This is a very interesting colour scheme. Look at my boys. All in their shiny silver armour. So we are going to have some Silver and Guard on the front. It's going to be 1, 2, 2 Silver and Guard. More in the back pocket here. The regular Spearman here in the back. I love the purple. Purple is great. Loft and Sea Guard here. 3 of the bad boys. We are going to have some Rangers for the anti-infantry. I wonder how the Rangers look in this colour scheme. Not that great, I'm going to be honest. Not that great. Looks like they're wearing pyjamas underneath there. In the backside, we are going to have some Illyrian Reavers. We are going to have Imric the Dragon Chad. He's looking rather splendifluous. And then we are going to have a Life Mage in the back pocket with the Dwellers Below, Earthblood, and that's it. We are going to get the Arcane Phoenix as well, the big bad boy here with the Rebirth, Fire and Physical Resistance. Of course, that Terror with the Ember Storm. So lots of items there in the pocket. Illyrian Reavers, double of the Rangers here. Yeah, looking interesting. Interesting stuff. So, for Slaanesh, we are going to have the Forsaken of Slaanesh, of course, bringing that physical resistance with the Frenzy and the Mark of Slaanesh. So, looking rather seductive indeed. So, the Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh alongside the Devoted Marauders. So, Devoted Marauders, of course, had a lot of topic on them recently. But, adding that physical resistance and but bonus versus infantry, these bad boys can be pretty powerful. Mirror Guard in the middle. We know all about these bad boys with the Supreme Vanity. Some more Devoted Marauders here. Just shag tons of Marauders with the Forsaken on the outside. In the backside here, the Marauder Horsemen with the Magic. I really quite like these. They're very good skirmish cavalry. But yeah, very surprised here because, any sort of kite coming forward from the High Elves could have been rather disasterly. So we are going to get Phoenix King in the purple, and I'm very interested to see how he plans on playing this. So Loft and Sea Guard here now going to bolt their way to the front line. That's going to be lots of damage here. A lot of the arrows missed. Yeah, that's a lot of missed damage for sure. Of course, no magic damage here for the bad boys, so that physical resistance will come into play. Spearman at the front, Silver and Guard. Should be the hold quite true. Also here with that spell resistance, 30% really does go quite a long way. Could be shooting to the backside here up against those Devoted Marauders as they're going to be diving forward to the front line. Devoted here charging up against the Silver and Guard, so we are going to get the whip down the line, which not really a big fan of the whip. I think the whip it's really not that great, I'm going to be honest. Not a big fan of that spell. But we do have the Chaos Sorcerer Slaanesh here on that War Shrine with the whip and the Acquiescence. We're also going to be here in the middle with the Giver of Glory for that beautiful damage overall in the middle. Prince Sigvald is going to be fighting his way through the front here with his armour, alongside here the Excess. So lots going on the front here. Breath attack down the line of the Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh. So interesting breath attack, trying to get rid of as much armor on the battlefield as possible. Going to be scooting and shooting here with those magical javelins. That's a lot of damage. Imric, there was no need to tank that, my friend. No need indeed. 25% there. Okay. We can see in the front there that the Devoted Marauder is going to be doing some good work up against Spearmen, but they might struggle here up against the Silver and Guard. Actually doing some good work up against the Rangers. That's quite interesting. In the middle, Arcane Phoenix going to be fighting up against the Forsaken, backed up by the Illyrian Reavers. Archers firing in the front up against the Skirmish Cavalry. The Skirmish Cavalry is needed. They're needed to take down Imric, the big Chad Dragon. In the middle, the Rangers do break, and the Lothran Sea Guard are going to be next. We've got a couple of units in the backside here. Probably want to try and compromise the Lothran Sea Guards as quickly as possible, really, to try and see if we can stop them shooting here up against the Skirmish, and the Skirmish can just focus down on Imric. In the middle, we are going to get the Ember Storm, which just misses here on the Forsaken, and Forsaken is in the back up against the Lothran Sea Guard. Cavalry breaking, the Mirror Guard now charged through the middle. That 54 melee defense is ready in the pocket. We definitely want to be having the Mirror Guard up against Prince Sigvold. That melee defense is rather huge indeed. I think it's plus 10. Yeah, plus 10 melee defense for all Lords and Heroes is just huge. The breath attack down the line. I think maybe that was an attempt here on the Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh. But we do see in the back here, we are going to be having the Forsaken charging down up against the Lothran Sea Guard. 44 melee defense there for them, as long as that whip in the backside as well, going to be slashing through the archer units in the backside. Spearmen fighting up against the Warriors of Slaanesh. These bad boys 100 armor, just regular Chaos Warriors, with added physical resistance, which makes them rather tanky. Some more Illyrian Reavers in the middle, going to be fighting here. How many archers do we have? All three have been compromised, sadly. So that's going to be pretty much free reign here. Where's the cavalry? So cavalry is on the right-hand flank. Don't know where they're going. It looks like they're going to be charging the backside here up against the Lothran Sea Guard. Dragon Horn has been activated, so 3 in total. That's going to be one of the 3 there, given that plus 24 melee attack and fear, which can go quite far. But it's not going to be that helpful with the fear, because, Mass Slaanesh with immune to psychology. In the middle, we are going to get the hero fighting up against Imric, but we should probably get Prince Sigvold in the battle fighting here up against Imric, if we can. Do we have Lord of the Dragons? We do have Lord of the Dragons. So Lord of the Dragons could be a very nice debuff there for the big man himself. That has actually been activated. So Lord of the Dragons is going to be debuffing him hugely. In the backside, the range is going to be breaking, and it looks like here the Phoenix King with Slaanesh is going to be pulling out a rather big dubski. It's looking pretty good here, I must say so. So there's not really too much meat left here for the grinder for the High Elves. It's pretty much going to be Imric versus the world. Even in the backside, the Life Mage is going to be getting absolutely paddle spanked in the backside. She is a beautiful green, but now covered in some glorious red. Definitely want to be pushing maybe a hero here, or even just some infantry. The Forsaken after her would be rather decent, but she's going to break on a very high leadership. I'm rather surprised by that. That's going to be 37 leadership there, and she's still broken, which is rather interesting. In the main battle, it looks like Imric here is going to be getting a bit of poke and stroke here from the Marauder Horseman, and it's not looking too great here, I have to say so. We do have the Arcane Phoenix in the pocket, and it looks like the Life Mage is going to overcast and blast herself back in the face. That is not what you needed. Don't know where that blast us. There is going to be an overcasted Earthblood in the middle, but that blast back on herself was not handy for sure. In the backside, we've got 3 units here that really do need to start getting involved, but we are going to get a push here from the Slaanesh to kind of finish off that back end. Spearman charging through, should be able to help here. Looks like it's going to be shattered. Quite a few units of Slaanesh probably do want to come back into the pocket, but at this point, I don't really think it matters. I think the boys are looking pretty strong. It's going to be Imric here falling up against Prince Sigvold. The Arcane maybe waiting for an Ember Storm. I don't know what the Arcane Phoenix is doing here, but the Arcane Phoenix probably needs to do something. Charge to the backside here with the Marauders. They're going to be fighting now up against the Life Mage. Good charge, good damage, and that should be army losses, but it looks like it's not going to be just yet. Rather surprised by that. Cavalry breaks. Lothran Sea are going to be holding here with the Rangers. Imric has broken. I don't see him coming back without any healing. She shatters. That should be army losses. There we go. Yeah, GG's well played. Yeah, pretty decisive there coming out from Phoenix King. He's looking very, very sharp right now. I thought Silverin would hold better. Yeah, I mean, Silverin, yeah, they hold pretty well, I guess. But, you know, for that added melee defense, or also all your devoted marauders have bonuses infantry. The same here with your chaos warriors, also coming with that added physical resistance, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty rough. 430, 390 there. So let's call that an average of 400 for the Silverin Guard. Spearmen 300, 230. So let's call that an average of 250. So it's 250 against 400. It's not looking good for that front line. 300 and then 500 for the Rangers. Let's call that an average of 400. So I'd actually say Rangers did just as good a job as Silverin Guard, which is interesting. I do wonder why Loth and Seaguard. Why not go slightly wider? Why not bring why not just bring more archers, mass archers? You know, 3 archers, go really wide with Rangers and cheap spearmen. Just go even wider. Bring some Illyrian Reavers to hold off as well. Maybe even get some push here on the Marauder Horsemen of Slaanesh. You know, 520, 700 and 1000 there. So pretty good from all of them. All pretty comfortably paying for themselves. 1100, 930 there for the Forsaken. That added physical resistance, I'm sure, goes quite far. 470 and 580 there from the Warriors. 700 from the Mirror Guard. 440 from more of the these are the just regular Chaos Warriors. 470, 200, 320 and 470 there from the Devoted. 1550 there from the Chaos Sorcerer. Maybe the Chaos Sorcerer had something to play in it as well. Loopy, maybe. Seaguard probably for the Hell Striders. I mean maybe. Right. If you're getting devastating flanker plus a decent charge with the Hell Striders, does it really matter that you've got Loth and Seaguard? Does it really matter? Or can you go wider and protect? Because obviously, you know, there was none brought here. I'm just wondering if you brought maybe 3, maybe even 4 of the regular archers that also have more range, you could then actually just bring more cavalry, perhaps. You can't kill Sigvald and the Slaanesh army in this matchup. Yeah, so I'm thinking with Sigvald. So Sigvald got 1000 value. What could you do to challenge Sigvald in this? It's a tough one. I wonder, could Tyrion beat him? Could Tyrion beat him, perhaps? Maybe Tyrion? Is that a possibility? Food for thought there, maybe? I'll let you get back to me. But yeah, that's going to be a double dubs here there coming from Phoenix King. Thank you very much, Leopard, for playing. We'll be seeing you hopefully again soon. It was very nice to have you here on stream, but we'll be seeing Phoenix King in the final. So, scores on the doors. 2-0 there for the big man himself from XMT. The Extreme Memer has got again to the final. So, it looks like it was High Owls, Band Warriors of Chaos, and Lizardmen. That's an interesting one. I probably wouldn't mind playing High Owls into Lizardmen. Actually, that is pretty garbage, actually. That's still probably pretty garbage. Yeah, I think Warriors... Yeah, okay, fair. I don't wonder if Tyrion can maybe do it. Tyrion, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, Tyrion, like, if you bring, like, Faint Repose is going to be, or Repoise, I think it's called. It will be pretty decent. You know, physical resistance, good melee attack, melee defense stats. It's pretty decent. I can see why you would go Imric though. Like bringing Imric also gives you the Horn of the Dragons, which gives you that melee attack map wide, which is really good. Against the infantry. I do wonder actually if that's just better if you do that with just a wider force, because you'd get more melee attack across your force. Like if you did the dwarf method with oh, let's let them really go. So it's going to be Vampire Counts against Tretch with Slaanesh. Oh, Tretchy boy! Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Did that mean you beat the legendary AC Maiden? It does. Or did you? Did AC Maiden drop out, or did you beat the man, the myth, the legend? I wonder. I wonder. Did you really? And AC Maiden is Canadian, so maybe, yeah, I think Tretch probably should have won. Yeah, maybe. But can Tyrion... Probably not, and definitely not for value, but as long as he can challenge him, I assume that's got to be pretty decent. Alright, let's change around. It's going to be Slaanesh versus the Vampire Counts. We're straight in. So we got Moffat, who is going to be bringing the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Very powerful. And then we're going to be having Prince Sigvold with the Regiment of Renown. Very interesting there from the cavalry. Double Reggies. Like to see that. That's going to be up against Tretchy Boy, otherwise known as the Pantalanard Student of Legend, I believe. Could be wrong there, actually. Probably wrong, but either way. I didn't see any picks and bans, which makes me rather sad. Yeah, you're all good. Oh. Yeah, crack on, dude. Yeah, crack on. You crack on, my friend. Oh, no. No, desync. Let me DM Mofet. Mofet! Mofet and Tretch, if you can hear me, I got DC'd. Sad face. Right, let's remake that lobby. I've got Tretch in here somewhere. Tretch! Bugger off. Alright, so Tyrion wins with 40% HP left, no Heart of Avalon triggered. Yeah. Now Tretch is teaching Panther the game. Ah, nice. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Phoenix King. I think actually Tyrion would be a better option there. I really think Tyrion... Is that Tyrion on foot or Tyrion on horseback, though? Phoenix King, I wonder. That'd be interesting as well. I assume on horseback, but yeah. So I think we're not going to be able to watch them. I think they're going to be playing right now, and yeah. I don't know if you can get hold of Tretch Hanadins, but I think we're going to miss this first game, I think. Ah, nice. Tretch to see me. Nice. Sweet. We should be... nice. Mofet is here. Excellent. 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 We are on Galbaraz. Galbaraz. Oui. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. Ready. Tyrion on foot. On horse, he's probably loses. Because stupid animation. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. But I do wonder, Phoenix King, if you went also with double foot characters as well, so bollocks, what are they called? What are the little heroes called? The melee heroes. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, they're elves. They're not really that important. But if you also brought the melee heroes, maybe they could also help fight on the infantry as well. Keep it nice and cheap. And you can literally just grab the back of Sigvald's head as you literally slapping his cheeks together, you know, just absolutely finishing him off. So we have the Blood Dragon Vampire Lord here with a Necromancer and a White King, some Blood Knights in the pocket with the Regiment of Renowned Graveguard, looking rather powerful. Nobles, yes. That's the one, the Nobles. What if you brought a Noble in support as well? Could Nobles do okay there? I'm sure Nobles could do pretty well. Alright, so this time we're going to go use still 3 units of the Immortal Horsemen of Slaanesh. I think that's the obvious way to play. You need that skirmish as Tretch. We are going to be having some Hellstriders, which is also pretty damn obvious. And then we're also going to be having the Entourage. The Eternal Entourage here with their Soul Scent. The Obsessive Adoration, which is rather powerful if they're around a Lord or Hero. And they're going to have Perfect Vigor, which is really good for cavalry. Magic, Poison, and loads of armor piercing. Good charge bonuses. And pretty decent armor. 15 armor is pretty good there for Slaanesh. It's pretty heavy on the armor side. And we're also going to have the Perfect Vigor here of the Bringers of Beguilement. I butcher that name every time. And then we're going to have some Devoted Marauders, which, you know, they'll do fine. Lord choice is going to be Prince Sigvald, of course. And we are going to have the Slaanesh caster of the Chaos. Here with the Slicing Shards, Acquiescence, and, of course, the Favor of Ruinous Powers. The Soul Feeder, Blissful Rapture, and the Giver of Torturous Glory. Trying to see if we can, you know, out-cheese the cheese machines. In the sky, we are going to have the big Lord choice here on a Vampiric Dragon. Here with the Pestilence Breath, alongside the Sword of Anti-Heroes, the Helm of Discord with the spells of the Heart Piercing, Raise Dead, Invocation of Nehek, and the Dance Macabre. So, what else have we got here in the back pocket? We are going to have the Curse of Undeath, the Honor or Death, alongside... That's it. That's it. That's all the back pocket. In the middle, we are going to have the Tithe Zombies. A bit of an interesting pick, because they obviously pay for physical resistance, and you have quite a bit of magic damage here in the Demon Army, which is a bit interesting. I like the long lines. It just basically means here with the long lines, it's going to take you quite a bit longer to chew through that, which just buys you more time. Stonesman Graveguard in the middle there with that regen, going to do quite nicely. The Direpack Balls in the middle for that bonus versus large. Crypt Horrors as well, which are going to bring all the armor piercing pain with healing. And there's going to be quite a numbersome of them. Blood Knights here now do actually have the Hunger ability, and of course they're going to have the Flag of the Blood Keep, given that missile resistance when out of melee. So actually having them in the front, tanking quite a bit here of the Brutal Horsemen, probably wouldn't be that bad. Going to be kiting against the dragon in the middle. The Skeleton Spearmen going to be kind of screening out the pocket as we move in here with the spawn of Slaanesh. These bad boys are going to be fighting, but we're now going to get the Direpack Walls moving in and around, maybe getting some charges here or there. But it looks like the zombies with the also that Musk going to be quite good for that -5 melee, second melee defense. One massive melee defense here for the zombie in the middle is exactly what you want to see. These boys holding on like the true Chads of old. Sigvald is not in the pocket, and I'm very surprised there. He needs to be in that pocket and protecting here up against the caster, or that dragon is going to have his way here with that caster. We're going to see the Helm of Discord, Armor Sunder, and then the Noxious Gas here coming with that negative melee attack with the Dragon-Blooded Lord. Heart Piercing, Sword of Anti-Heroes, bringing him up to 1,000 strength as he absolutely shreds the caster in the middle with some fantastic damage. And it looks like here Mofa is going to be getting the big Dubsky lead here in the middle. So the Entourage is going to come around the corner, hoping to fight up against the Blood Knights. That should be a pretty good fight there for the Slaanesh. In the middle, Direpack Wall is going to be charging into the back, compromising a lot of the Marauder Horsemen of Slaanesh. That is a unfortunate fight there for Tretch. And it looks like in the middle there's going to be some sort of effect here. I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe the Slicing Shards. It is going to be Slicing Shards, but that is going to catch a lot of his beguilement there, which is a little bit unfortunate. And the White King going to be going back in for a bit of dumpstery. In the middle, we do have the Scroll of Shielding. Acquiescence going down there on the Dragon-Blooded Lord as he gets shot by the Marauder Horseman. Only 70 armor for him, and you know, no resistances. He does have some damage resistance, but not really too much to write home about. Necromancer on the side. He's also going to be having that Forbidden Rod, stroking that in the backside, getting all that mana. The Vigor Mortis, very powerful with the Master of the Dead. There's going to be some good healing here in the pocket. Devoted Marauder's going to be fighting up against Crypt Horrors. The Slaanesh Graveguard will hold pretty true in the middle. And of course here Prince Sigfold will bring all the dumpstery. In the back, going to be fighting here with the Marauder Horseman. Going to be doing some good scoot and shoot here up against that Necromancer. And so we're going to get that Euphoric in the middle. I haven't seen that before. What's the Euphoric for? But that's going to be causing that Rampage in the middle. He's going to be feeling all kinky and Slaanesh here in the middle as he dives into melee combat with that heroic corpse cart, just throwing limbs and all sorts of dead creatures into the middle of the mix. Now we see Hellstriders moving around the outside. They probably will lose quite quickly here to Crypt Horrors, perhaps. I don't know, maybe the bonus first round could get in and do some good work. We're only here to see. But Spearman going to be, certainly keeping at bay here with the Direpack Wolves up against the Skirmish Cavalry of Slaanesh. In the backside, we do see Hellstriders coming across. There's going to be just so much goddamn garbage going in the middle. It's going to be sort of all this wither from both sides, which is really painful to see from both angles here. But Skeleton Spearman going to be diving into the middle up against the Eternal Entourage, and they'll do a bit of a number here. Of course, you do have 50 melee defense for the cavalry, which is absurd. With a breath attack on the middle, that is going to hurt. But 5,400 for Mofet, up against 5,100 there for Trench. A super close game here in the middle. It all comes down to the very late game, and can we see some good use from the Blood Dragon Lord? Now, people like Mofet and players from VM, such as your Void Lords, etc., very, very good with their vampire counts. Really, really tactical, high-thinking players. They really think through every single process of how to maximize the vampire counts, and it's really, really nice to see. We saw a lot of that very regularly throughout Warhammer 2, but it looks like the Eternal Entourage here getting absolutely thumped on by something. And it looks like here, I think, the Blood Dragon Lord just finished them off like there's no tomorrow. And it looks like here the Hellstriders are going to be breaking. Balance of power pushing here for Mofet. 7,000 up against 6,000. That skirmish is now going to have to pay dividends. We do see here the Direpack Wall are going to be crumbling in the backside. Negative 52 down to 400, 200. And there they go. In the middle, we are going to get Blood Knights chasing down up against the Marauder Horseman. And it looks like here that healing cap is going to be present for quite a few units. Definitely want to get on these Crypt Horrors, making sure we kill as many models as possible. In the middle of the Necromancer, going to be stroking that rod in the backside, getting as much mana as he can. With Skeleton Spearman going to be getting that righteous push out here up against the Marauder Horseman. So in the back here, we are going to get the Slaanesh Graveguard with Crypt Horrors and the rest, pushing back into the fight. The Devoted Marauders are going to shatter here in the middle. The Tide Zombies have seen the last of their days here. I think that physical resistance, that Regiment Renowned is just, it's not going to be enough. The status isn't going to keep them alive. In the middle, though, we are going to get the Blood Dragon Lord fighting here. Healing Camp now present as we fight up against the Chaos Sorcerer. Where is the big man himself? We don't see Prince Sigfold in the middle, but he can't get through all the chaff here to get on top of that zombie. Really good separation here. Fighting, though, the Hellstriders do dive in, poisoning up against the big dragon. That is really important. We see a break, we see a shatter, we see army losses. GG's and well played here for Mofet and the vampire counts. So let's get that Dubsky on the board there. So Mofet coming through with a rather glorious win. A man that is well practiced with the vampire counts. No, but against anything that is not large. Fair enough. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. So, 2,000 there for the Dragon-Blooded Lord. And what else are we going to get here? 71 for the Necromancer. Big Dubskis there. 630 for the White King. And 1,800 for the Blood Knights. Yeah, looking rather absurd. 570 for the Slaanesh Graveguard with 400, 660, and 475 there for the Crypt Horrors. 850 for the Direpack Wolves. Yeah, they really got sneaky there. Really got onto some of these Marauder Horsemen. A little bit unfortunate there for Tretch, but that's the way it goes. Skeleton Spearman, 300, 550 there. Doing pretty well in this matchup. 114 damage value there for the Tithe with 89, 140, and 93. I'm a bit surprised that we saw the Tithe. You didn't just see an extra unit of zombies. Yeah. There's got to be a reason behind it. Don't know that reason, but still nonetheless. Sigvold probably would enjoy that, though. I tell you what it might be. You might be bringing the Tithe just to make sure you don't rack up too many values here, because, of course, with the Hellstriders, yeah, not looking great. 450, 280, and 370. So probably giving that an average somewhere 375 on average, probably. Something like that. But, yeah, of course, Hellstriders really bolster their stats with the more kills they make. So perhaps actually having, tidier zombies may be the way forward. But yeah, 155 there for the Devoted Marauders. 200 as well. Only 650 there for the Regiment of Renown Exalted Demonettes. With 600, 500, 670, and 670 there from the Marauder Horsemen. Only 580 there from the Eternal Entourage. I'm sure they were probably chasing up against the Blood Knights. But we are going to have 1,800 there from the Chaos Sorcerer, with 1,000 for the Spawn of Slaanesh, and only 800 for Sigvold. I found Sigvold kind of doing what I know Sigvold to be bad for, in the wrong place, at the wrong time, all the time. He's obviously a foot character that really wanted to duel up against the Vampire Count Lord, but most of the time he just wasn't in the right place to be doing that, and Mofet used the mobility of the Dragon to really get the dump streak here on the Chaos Sorcerer. So yeah, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So let's get on to Prague. Let's get here back with the big boys. Kislev. Gonna have all my big boys up north doing the good stuff. So Demons of Chaos from Mofet. Interesting pick. Interesting pick. And it looks like it's going to be the Tomb Kings from Tretch. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's possible for Slaanesh to win in that matchup? Do you think they can actually get the big win there? If so, how do they do it? If so, how do they do it? Hoping Undead's here as well. He's going to be able to see his Tomb King boys. The Bony boys going rather large in the backside. I hope he's going to be doing quite well here, Tretch. I'm sure he will. Maybe Demons of Chaos do have a play here. I'm sure we're going to be seeing Be'lakor plus a range of probably high mobility, I think, here to deal with the Tomb Kings. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Be interesting to see how they decide they want to play this. They can, but probably have to coin flip the matchup. Oh, really? Okay. So, speaking of what we did with Slaanesh against Chaos, their Hanadins, what are you thinking for the matchup? What really is the deciding factor for Slaanesh? Is it the Skirmish Cavalry? Is that the one that really brings it out for them? And also, what's the reasoning behind the double Regiment of Renown then? I bet on Tzeentch Dragon Prince. Oh, you reckon? Tzeentch Dragon Prince. That could make sense. That could make sense. You'd be then bringing, of course, Tzeentch Magic. Yeah, that would make sense. You could possibly go for like a Skirm and Rampage mechanic. Oh, okay, fair enough. I was thinking here with, for Mofet, you could be maybe doing like Blue Horror Front Line. That would do really well against, kind of a Dwarven approach. So Blue Horror Front Line with those shots. Get them on the flank with Flesh Hounds. What else could you bring to the battle here? You should have some good bonuses, large cavalry as well with the Hellstriders, I think. I'm not an expert with Demons of Chaos. It's just one I don't play, to be quite honest. What else could you bring here? Bloodletters and stuff like that, maybe? Certainly could be brought. They have really good AP, fast, good infantry. We'll deal with any infantry that's brought here from Mofet. From Tretch. Maybe Demons of Chaos can do well here. How does it trade there, Hanadins? How does Demons of Chaos do here up against Tomb Kings? I can see it doing okay. Couldn't see. I mean, Demons of Chaos are a bit of a joke of a faction, but I think they could do okay against Tomb Kings. Try and skirm. Do they have skirmish? They probably do a skirmish, maybe. I'm not too sure about demons. Demons of Chaos really is not my forte. It is really not my forte. Oh, okay. Bloody hell. So it is going to be Be'lakor. Double Soul Grinder of Tzeentch. Plague Drones. The Regiment of Renowned Pink Horrors. Nurglecaster. We are going to see the Exalted Demonet Riders and one Fleshhound. Oh, we've got double Bone Daddies. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Now, the Tzeentch range is going to be pretty decent as well. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. I don't actually know the faction very well, to be fair, Hanadins. I just don't know it. I know these struggle. Yeah, it's only 10. I thought it was 12 ammunition, but it's only going to be 10. 500 armor piercing. What's the bonus for this large? 40. It's not even that great, to be quite honest. So 500. That's 5,000 value. You'd be lucky if two of them could take down one of the Bone Giants. You'd be lucky, I think, here. Seekers gonna do pretty well, I think. Ice and Desert could do really well here. It's going to be interesting. So there's Ark and the Chad. Ark and the Chad in the back here with the leaf light, the life leeching, or the leeching life. Spirit Leech, that's going to be it with the Two-Mode of Arkan, Staff and Nagash, and the Liber Mortis. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. Be'lakor is probably going to be having, yeah, Pit of Shades, Shadow Shroud, and the Whispers in the Darkness. I don't think much here is going to have ITP. I really don't. Plague Drone's going to be interesting. The Death Heads. Blazing Squealers only have 130 range. Now they could probably help skirmish up against the Skeleton Horse Archers. But we have, what, 400 range? 350 range. Yeah, you're going to have to be scooting here with your Soul Grinder because they are about to get pounded by the Bone Giants. The big boys are going to do the damage, that's sure. So, I am going to watch carefully. We are going to be moving forward here with the Blazing Squealers, but we do have to engage a Tzeentch. I'm not just going to allow... I mean, it is down to Hanadins at the end of the day, but I'm not just going to allow him to run away whenever he gets shot. He has to engage. Otherwise, it's just going to be unfair. So, we need to get the Soul Grinders on the Bone Giants. I hear plane drones. Yeah, here we are. They're going to be coming downtown, around the corner this way. Seekers. This is going to be interesting. So, Fleshhound's coming around the corner. What's this? Be'lakor is going to be in the middle. It's going to be Spirit Leech there on Be'lakor with the Shadow Shroud activated. Nekahara Horseman with the Liber Mortis, but of course magic damage there coming forward from Be'lakor. With Fleshhounds around the pocket as well. And now we're coming in with the Eyes of the Desert. And, oh yeah, nice shots there coming out of the Soul Grinder. Good ground and pound in the middle. Bony Boy's going to be slapping on the front, but there's going to be a miss there. Soul Grinders are a bit of a nightmare to hit because, of course, you know, 75 speed is painful. Minimum model count was revoked. Hey, Shetland! How you doing, buddy? Speaking of dwarven chatting legends, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing really well. It's been a while. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. Also, when are you making your comeback? Or should I say, don't call it a comeback. Haven't seen any big dwarf plays from you in quite a while. Anyway, Bellicor's going to be moving around. No healing there for him. I'm surprised there's going to be no... Well, actually, no. Yeah, you probably wouldn't see any because... well, maybe if they break, actually. Maybe he'll get healing if they're having their disintegrating factor. Maybe. I'm not too sure with that one. I think maybe it's leadership. Yeah, it's going to be leadership based, so yeah, probably. But Bone Giant's going to whack right into the front there of the Soul Grinder. Shooting the back here, up against the Flesh Hounds. Are we actually shooting? Yeah, so the Pinky Boys are going to be shooting into the front. Bit of damage here on the Tomb Guard. Oh my god, 3 units of Tomb Guard in the front line. These boys are going to hold really true. Of course, you know, they are going to have those silver shields. And, like, it's pretty piss poor armor, considering they are, you know, tier 2 units. But, you know, 55 armor is, like, okay. Like, it will do up against, like, Blue Horrors, etc. So, what are the big boys going to go for? They're just going to go after the Eyes of the Desert. So, they're going to be shooting here up against Bellicor. Soul Grinder. Is he going to try and dumpster on a couple of the Skeptral Stalkers? Oh, good. Been playing some Dowie on occasion. Very nice. Very nice, but very rarely playing at all since it takes forever to find the type of battle you like without backing out. But glad to be here. Yeah, man, nice. Yeah, I'll try and get some... Are you looking for land battles or are you looking for donation, bro? What are you looking for? You let me know, bro, and I'll put on an event. I'll put on an event where you can just kind of hop in, play as many games as you like, and you know, of course, scoot your boot whenever you're ready. But in the middle here we are going to be fighting the Tomb Guard. You know, well known for melee. The Blazing Squid is actually, you know, pretty decent. 48 melee defense is pretty good by any hybrid faction unit. Shots in the back here up against the Soul Grinder. Not looking too healthy. 6.2 there for him. The top one there going to be at 8.2, so lost 2,000 health so far. Droney Boy's going to be moving around here a little bit. I'm sure they're waiting for the perfect opportunity, but... yeah, Boney Boy's missing here. That is the problem with the Bone Chats. They do miss quite a bit. Spirit Leech going down on the Plague Drones. Quite like that. Quite like that. That could kill models, which would be quite nice. Down to 9. It looks like it's still going to stay at 9. I don't think we saw any drop here. Don't think so. So we charge in here with the Seekers. Now they're going to catch these Skeleton Horse Archers. I think that's really good for the Seekers. That's really, really good there for the Chaos Undivided. Infantry is going to be pushing here. We need the Skeptral Stalkers to really come with as well. To try and keep off Bellicor, etc. Where are they going? Are they trying to protect you in the back up against the Flesh Hounds, maybe? No, that's possible. So fighting in the front here, the Soul Grinder is going to go into melee. Actually, they're just going to push their weight through, I think. And the infantry is so separated from any other defense, they're actually just going to rip this front line rather quickly. Blazing Squid is going to run away here from the Tomb Guard. What's that going to be? 38 speed, going again, just 28. Bellicor's going to be trying to do some good work here up against the Skeleton Spearmen, but of course, him standing still, he is going to get bolted by the Bone Daddies. Plague Drones with their fantastic helicopter sounds in the backside here. Maybe getting some Death Heads on the front here up against the... yeah, we go. The Death Heads coming here up against these Skeleton Horse Archers. So cool here for the Death Heads. I love the Plague Drone sounds. Like, it's a really, really cool sounds. In the middle of those, Soul Grinders going to push into the backside here. Blazing Squid is now going to fight with the hand of Bellicor. And, you know, there we go. That should be the Tomb Guard finished off rather quickly. Seeker's going to, you know, certainly hop into the back and finish those off. So 3,000 value there for Tretch. She's actually going to be slightly taken lead, but Balance of Power favours Mofet. Not too sure why that is. Yeah, not too sure. Maybe perhaps because Arkan's looking pretty weak. And maybe a couple of bolts here from the Soul Grinders could be pretty good. Are they actually going to come after? They do. Oh! God, they hit home there on the big boy. Arkan is looking dicey right now. He is looking dicey. He needs to get out of there. That could be another yeet and skeet here from the Soul Grinder. If he hits Arkan again, he is going to go downtown here with those javelins. That's going to hit home. 1.4k there for Arkan. He's not looking happy. He's now going to have to stay away from the fight. And Fleshhounds, if they catch Arkan out of position, maybe they can finish off the job. Every unit crucial here. We see Plague Drones backing off. fighting at the top side here. Blazing Squealers going up against the Tomb Guard. Very high melee defense there at 41. But we do see here the Skeptral Stalkers fighting with that bonus of large armor piercing. Yeah, I'm definitely butchering that name, but I really don't care. But there's Spirit Leech going down here on Bellicor. And it looks like the Stalkers here are going to be falling. So the Eyes of the Desert really have seen the end of their days. 5 models will be going down into the dust. And, you know, their bony, broken figures back from whence they came. The Anti-Large Spearmen going to be fighting here up against Bellicor, just drawing in as much as possible. And the Bone Giant's going to come into melee. Bellicor, though, he's not looking like a happy... He's not a happy boy here, but we are going to see a beautiful Pit of Shades in the pocket. Just watch that health bar. That is going to destroy so many skeletons. Bye-bye. Thank you for playing. See you next week. Goodbye, my friend. That was a disgusting cast. That's 2 units of Spearmen down the toilet. And, yeah, we'll see those in the next match. So in the middle, we are going to have Fleshhounds chasing down here up against these Skeleton Horse Archers. Yeah, very good work indeed. And you can see Fleshhounds now actually going to push up against the Neckar Horsemen, allow the Seekers here to really finish off the remainder of these units. So 1 down here, 2 left to go. We do see the Plague Drones fight up against 1. Seekers will charge up against the other. Really good catches here coming forward from Mofet. And Mofet is putting on an absolute clinic right here. An absolute clinic. Lord Choice dies here, so we are going to be seeing the fall of the man, the myth, the legend. Arkan does go down, but of course, you know, he only brought that Spirit Leech. In the middle, Tomb Guard are going to be chasing up against those Squealers. And in the backside, we are going to see the Summons, so trying to go for a bit of an entrapment here up against the Blazing Squealers. Firing in the sky here up against the Bone Daddy. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. Now, here we go. The Ubu are in the middle. The Ushopti are ready to go. But it's like the Soul Grinder is going to choose to take this fight. Here alongside Bellicor, maybe we have his ability of the Shadow Shroud. And yeah, he'll certainly shred quite a few models. So going to be fighting here. Yeah, double of the big boys is going to be in that. Lots of armor piercing. And, you know, that shield there, which is going to be quite plentiful. 600 on one, and it's going to be, yeah, 600 on the other. Yeah, everything's going to go down here and finish off this unit rather quickly. And let's have a look here. So the Plague Ridden of Nurgle, what's he going to be having? Oh, just Fleshy Abundance, just to heal up the big boys. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. So Blazing Squealer is going to be firing in the middle. And that 186 units going up against 1,400 for the Tomb Kings seems to be taking the lead. And it looks like Valley here is going to be even, but Balance of Power is hating the Tomb Kings right now. And we can see Bellicor getting some of that glorious, glorious healing here from that Nurgle caster. And he's going to be looking in tip-top shape yet again. Balance of Power is teetering on army losses. Can the Tomb Kings hold on is the question. Can we get a big Bone Daddy here on top of Bellicor? I'm not too sure. He's going to be engaging in melee with that 70 melee attack. 500 weapon strength is going to be bonking on the front door here of the Bone Giant. That poison is going to be affecting the Bone Daddy here, and I think that is more than likely going to be it. Unfortunate there, we see my boy Tretch. He's going to go down like the absolute true champion he is. But Mofet, yet again, is going to be making the final for a very exciting finale. So it's going to be the Phoenix King, XMT's champion, going up against Mofet. Which, I don't know if Mofet has a clan. I don't know if Mofet does have a clan. Maybe he can tell me. Not too sure. So good stuff there from Mofet. Let's get a little look here. So Arkan coming in at 810. Bone Daddy's 350 and 300. That's really unfortunate. I can't help but think maybe actually just going with the Monstrous Inventory size would have been better. I forgot what they're called now. Sorry, I'm getting rather tired now. But the Chosen of the Gods, but the non-regiment of renown, they would have been really good here, I think. Perhaps better. You could have gone wider with those. And you probably couldn't have dodged all the shots, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Bone Daddies really did fall quite short. That's a bit of a shame. So we saw 250 there for the Neckar Horsemen. 800 from the Eyes of the Desert. Tomb Guard 64, 9 and 23. Didn't even get 100 gold value in combined. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. 143, 68 there for the Skeleton Spearmen. 0, 200, 160. So just one unit of Skeleton Spearmen actually out-training the Tomb Guard. So I can't help but think that maybe Tomb Guard wasn't the way to go here. You know, maybe just 5 units of just regular regular skeleton warriors would have been fine. But yeah, we can see here skeleton horsemen, 440, 200, and 530. These three were the saving grace of the army for sure. Nekahara horsemen would have been great here, I think, actually. I think just more Nekahara horsemen. I think they're so fantastic. I really enjoy Nekahara horsemen. But yeah, really unfortunate for Tretch. Thank you very much for playing, buddy. Really, really well. Land battles every time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll definitely be doing some, like, King of the Hills and stuff. So we'll have land battles for sure. Could have kept it, but they decided not to. Yeah, I don't understand the 300 army limit. I don't really understand that one, but either way. Mofet dropped. Right, so it looks like Mofet is going to be dropping here. He's not going to be able to play the final. So it looks like Tretch is going to be taking his place. So we'll have Tretch in the final here up against the Phoenix King. But don't do anything for me, lol. I just like moaning. Oh, fair enough. I assume, Shetland, you're not a fan of domination, I assume. Which is fine. It's just fine. You know, everybody to their own. And I totally understand, you know, like what you like, don't what you don't. That's, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much... How much are soul grinders? How much do you pay for soul grinders? Have a look. Let's look on Google. Multiplayer 1900. So yes, I assume that plus Bellicore would be 3 over 1800. Yeah, that would make sense. Just seemed unnecessary to remove the limits. It was removed before Immortal Empires, Shetland, and then it seems that when we got into Mortal Empires, it was just maintained. So I don't make the rules. I just cast them. But yeah, I can see where you're coming with that. But we are going to have my boy. Tretch is going to be back. He's going to be filling in for Mofet. So we're going to call him Mo Tretch. Just to, you know, because I can. You know what I mean? Not for any particular reason, but just because I can. And we're going to have the Phoenix Chad. Phoenix Kong. Wait, make it a little bit smaller than that. Boom. Phoenix King there. And then we're going to have Mo Tretch. Boom. So, we're going to reset the scoreboard here. 0-0 in the final. We'll see what the guys want to do here. Alright, so for the grand finale. It was removed for ogres. It cost them 400 gold to get 240 models. Oh, right, okay. I don't know if it was legal. I don't know if it wasn't legal, to be quite honest. The legality, I mean, to be quite honest, with the way work and stuff has gone for me, I really haven't stuck too much to the multiplayer scene at the moment. I've pretty much just been casting. But yeah. Yo, Geese Howard, how we doing, baby? Hope we're doing well today. How's your day going, buddy? Anyway, good luck, guys. Yes, we're ready. It would have to go up with unit scale. Yeah, indeed. So 300, of course, the 300 minimum would have been going up with ultra unit size. Anyway, I would have thought. But how you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. How doth the day go for you, Mr. Geese Howard? Does the duck shine upon you? It looks like everyone believes that ODM really stands for only dwarf mains. I agree. I agree. It makes complete sense to me. How's the stream? The stream's gone well, buddy. Yeah, the stream's gone well. We had Mofet there up against Tretch. Mofet got the dubski, but Tretch is going to be taking over. And then we had Phoenix King up against the Leopard from LP, and I haven't seen Leopard play before. But yeah, Phoenix King was looking very, very strong today. So yeah, it's been going well, thanks, buddy. It's been going well. I had a lot of work today. I've worked out of the last 13 days, and I'll also be working tomorrow. So out of the last 14 days, I've worked 13 days, so I'm pretty tired today. But I said to the ODM boys that I would do this. I've got work tomorrow. I don't have that much work, but I might try and get another bit of content out. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah, it's going well, thanks, buddy. Yeah. Geese, do you have any good bird puns for names of priests? What a very interesting request. I want to know now. I want to know. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, right? So, myself and the ODM boys did a Warriors of Chaos vs Skaven multiplayer matchup and breakdown. So we did basically that one matchup on livestream yesterday, and we went through the entire matchup. So the ODM boys mixed in and out. Everyone got at least one chance to play Skaven or Warriors of Chaos, and there was 5 matches in total, plus some conversation. It was about, it was 2.5 hour stream. I'm interested in your thoughts. Did you guys enjoy that? Is that something you'd like to see some more of? I think we're going to do it again next Friday. It's going to be High Elves against Tzeentch, which should be a really interesting matchup. Yeah, what's your guys' thoughts? Do you like that kind of content? Is that some stuff you want to see some more of? Do let me know. Logic doing that 1980s Chinese sweatshop grind. No, of course, mate. Of course. Getting paid £3 an hour. You know what I mean? I just got... exactly my thought, guys. Exactly my thought. I was like, that was a very oddly specific request. Playing Kenshi and running out of names. Oh, right. Okay. Geese had a task there, that's for sure. But yeah, we got High Elves going up against Tzeentch next Friday, which should be a pretty interesting one. I'll go smoke and think on it. Yeah, no problem, dude, no problem. But yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup to see how both sides challenge that and kind of the ideology behind the matchup. And then we'll go through and just try and do more and more and more as it goes on. Of course, there's over 500 matchups, so I'll be here till I'm 60 before we finish all the matchups, but it's going to be good to go through all of them, and it will change as time goes on with patches and whatever, but it'd be nice to go through and see that people can understand some matchups, etc. So for this, Phoenix King is telling me, yes, I Global banned Cathay, he banned Dark Elves. Interesting, getting on the Eldritchy ban. We'll have to see it. Don't know why he didn't ban his High Elves. Interesting stuff. But anyway, global ban on Cathay. Yeah, Cathay rather powerful right now. It's funny, I've not seen any VC bans today. There's been no global ban on VC, and VC are by far the most powerful faction, so rather interesting. So it looks like it's going to be Lizardmen against High Elves, I think. Just waiting to see what Phoenix said. He picked High Elves, ban Bretonnia. Why are we banning Bretonnia as High Elves? I'm a bit confused. I've seen a lot of matchups where Bretonnia lose to High Elves quite comfortably. I've seen this quite a bit now. Mass Spearbox is just really hard for Bretonnia to deal with, I think, still. But, okay. And Beastmen. So banned Beastmen and Bretonnia. And it looks like but it looks like it's going to be Lizardmen there for Tretch then. Lizardmen against High Elves. Interesting matchup. Interesting matchup. Maybe we'll see an Oxy Snipe here. Oxy Snipe could be the way forward. Joan of Lark is the best I can do, but it's got to be something better. A good Brett player should smash a spear box. So the way we saw it before is we saw AC Maiden in the last semi-final bring Silver and Guard front line, Spearman back line, Loffen and Seaguard in the middle with Imrik the Dragon Prince and a healing mage. And of course Imrik just gave that melee attack for the Spearman and just allowed the spear box to do really well. Was it against Russ? Can't remember who it was against now. Russ? I think it was against Russ, yeah. It was against a formidable player, for sure. And it looked pretty comfortable for High Elves. It was just enough healing, really. And then, like, Dwellers Below did the rest. It was pretty decisive. I just think, you know, that change on Murder's Prowess and, well, just both really, is just really pivotal for High Elves. Possibly. Possibly. So as we're going through this stream, guys, I really hope you're enjoying today. If you are brand new here and you are enjoying it, do, of course, feel free to smash that like button. And then also subscribe if you haven't. It really, really does help. I'm only a couple of subscribers away from 1,800, which would be fantastic on that big road to 2K. So do feel free to show some love and support. I have quite success with Peasant Tide build in this matchup, so I imagine actually good Brett player with better build could even be even better here. Maybe. It's certainly a possibility. Oh, we're gonna have a Beastcaster. And a Meta Mage with. Oh, okay, yeah. So this we're gonna go with the Armor Sundering Metal Mage with Shadow Warrior Kite, Cavalry, Spearman. Pretty standard, I think. Not much mobility. So Rev Crystal for sure. We're also going to see Arcus Sotek, Regiment of Renown here for the cohort. Not too much counter skirmish. 3 counter skirmish. Oh, come on. Oh, you're about to boot me, aren't you? Oh, come on. I assume they're in the game and it's just me that's not. Yeah, I'm just going to leave and rehost and just hope they find me. Okay. Alright, well, it's the third time today I've been booted. That's great. Love that. Yeah, we'll have to wait, I guess. Just have to wait. Right. Looks like both the lads are still loading in. Just seeing what's happening to the chaps. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I let the two of them swap sides. And then we get back into this. Yeah, I do wonder if the High of Kite is going to have enough punch here. I mean, with the Metal Mage, it's certainly possible. Right, so it says best of 5 on the challenge, but I think we might just do best of 3 here. Yo, what's up? Thomas Duck Aquinas? Is that for Shetland's character? That's amazing. I love it. Right, sweet. Let's get him. Yeah, that looks all roughly the same. Sweet. Sweet. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the final. We're in. Duckmon Tutu. Oh, Duckman Tutu is a pretty decent name. I'm a big. That's my favourite one so far, Geese. I like that one. That's good. The Duck of Wellington. That's also pretty decent. All right. So I'm excited to see what this matchup is going to bring. What's he going to bring to the table in regards to... I don't know. I'm just worried that the infantry is going to get absolutely smashed. What's the limit on single entities? Is it 5? I mean, I trust Tretch. I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but... So we are going to get to Krogar, the man, the myth, the legend. So the Hand of the Gods, really powerful. The swiftness of its son, of course, that cold-blooded. Which still says it stops Rampage. I don't think there's much in the Force of Rampages anymore. Oh, there will be stuff that Rampages, yeah, so there is stuff, yeah, sorry, my bad. So, red-crested skinkies in the front, alongside some more red-crested skinkies, the chameleon skinkies, and some more red-crested, and the cohort of red skinkies. Cohort javelins, cohort skinkies, with more cold one spear rides, and then some more skinky cohorts. In the backside here, the skink priest of beast, transformation of Gadon, and the curse of Anrahir, which is a bit of an interesting spell. You'd be lucky if you get both spells off twice. I think you'd be lucky. Yeah, interesting. So it's now going to be Shadow Warrior Kite. So we are going to have the boys in the front looking, yeah, pretty gangster as always. But the boys here are going to be having 180 range, stalk, firewalls moving, and of course that Vanguard deployment. In the front, spears, ready here to protect the front line, backed up by the Mage of Metal here with the Plague of Rust. In the sky, we are going to have the Archmage of Beasts here with the Amber Spear and the Arcane Conduit. Can't ever think maybe just the Metal Mage would have been better. Maybe? Don't know. Just food for thought there. Dragon Princess on the floor, backed up by Silver Helms as well. So, yeah, looking pretty good here on that protection front. Going to be ready here to shoot up against all of the red-crested skinks. Fire in the front. It's going to be a bit of a... My skinky boys, they're going to fall here pretty quickly in the middle. Quite a bit of damage there. I do wonder if we have enough ammo. 40% missile resistance here on the boys in the front. And look how much damage they took. Redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous, if you ask me. Dragon Prince is around the corner. Could be charging downtown here. Ugh, the boys are getting thumped on. This is looking pretty scary here, I think. Dragon Prince is charging, and yeah, that's going to be enough there for the red-crested boys. They get a couple of thumps on the way out with those battle axes, but that's going to be it. Charging the front line here up against these boys. More charges here from the Silver Helms with shields. That armor value is going to be rather meaty in the middle. Skink cohorts here. Looks like here the red-crested skinks, they'll beat down the spin rather quickly. The cohort definitely want to get round the corner. So 1,700, I would get 700 value there for Tretch. So we're going to be breaking the Cold Spear Riders as well. The Dragon Princes are going to do the business. In the middle, what is this going to be? This is going to be the Curse of Anrahir. In the middle, giving all of those debuffs there. That's going to be speed, melee defense, melee attack, and then, of course, also that accuracy. Well, it's like here, the Spearmen are going to be pushing forward up against the broken red-crested skinks. In the back here, the skink cohort javelins are going to be getting those bad boys coming forward. Good fire here up against these Silver Helms. In the back, the Shadow Warrior Kite is going to do what it does best, and it's going to absolutely bomb the Overcaster Plague of Rust here on that Bastiladon Rev Crystal. Lots of damage in the middle. Phoenix up to 3,000 value already. Balance of power looking heavy for the Phoenix boy here, and it's looking pretty dire. It's looking pretty dire. I wonder if we can bring back the Bastiladon. We are going to get that Saurus Scarvet and then also Krotgar in the mixture here to start. But it looks like they've gone AFK here, the double boys. And it looks like the Silverhounds are going to be pushing off. Not too sure where the micro is going here from Tretch. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on the Bastiladon Ark of Sotek. The double boys moving through in the middle. They should catch the Shadow Warriors with the pants down. But it is going to be charged to the back here with the Silverhelms catching on the red-crested Skinky boys. As we now also charge through here with the Ark of Sotek. Arrows flying over the top, being leaved into the flank of the red-crested. We see Skink cohorts and javelins fighting here up against the Silverhelms. As we see the cohort Sotek coming on the left-hand flank. The boys on the Larry here are going to be charging up against the Roger of the Shadow Warriors. And yeah, it's going to do pretty well here. There we go. The boys are going to be in. They're going to be in and, you know, certainly bringing up the meat grinder to finish off a lot of these Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors can fight melee combat, though. They do have 39 melee attack and 35 melee defense. They're, you know, certainly not new to combat. Anybody here we're going to shoot. Looks like Overcast Plague of Rust going down on the Ark of Sotek. Lots of arrows here going to be firing. When you're going to be down to 80 armor, you certainly can take the big boy down rather quickly. Summon in the middle here, it looks like we are going to get the caster plus the Ferromanticore coming from Tretch, looking to bully up against the Archmage, and this could be a very interesting one. On the Eagle, she will be faster at 110 speed, but the Manticore can bring the pain. So it looks like we do get in the sky, but not without any free damage. A good work there from the Manticore. Maybe the Manticore here can come bully the caster. So Metal Mage is going to be in the middle on her own. Is she on foot? Yeah, she's going to be on foot in her glorious gold here, but she should, or could well and truly get bullied. It looks like, though, the Phoenix King is going to be a bit AFK here on the Lord Choice. Getting bullied by a Manticore in the middle is looking rather tasty there. That's going to bring him certainly back to the game. And there we go. Hand of the Chads coming through, smashing on the Archmage. She's going to be on fire. She is not going to be happy, and Terra here could certainly do the business. So charge for 3, the Ferromanticore is going to be onto the backside of this Eagle. If you stand still for just a second, I'm sure here the Manticore is going to do the business. In the middle, we are going to see the Shadow Warriors and the Cohort doing the absolute work here on the boys, but they are going to get shot in the backside here. Looks like the Shadow Warriors return with an immediate bolt here to the face of these red-crested big boys. In the backside, we are going to see Krotgar here with the swiftness of Itzel. He's going to be moving whilst getting shot here by a lot of the Shadow Warriors. In the middle here, the Metal Mage is going to be getting absolutely spat on here by the double red-crested boys as they try and finish off the Metal Mage in the middle, and the Saurus Scarvet comes in with the steel chair, slapping around the back of the head here of the Archmage, and she has well and truly had enough. She's going to be tapping out here and moving off to the edge of the battlefield. Archmage is going to be chasing up against the Ark of Sotek. Not a bad choice there, but red-crested boys are coming in left, right, and centre. But it looks like for the High Elves, we are going to see a resurgence of the battle line. 5 units of the Shadow Warriors here going to be coming together with some Silver Helms and Silver Spears going to be charging forward and glistening in the sunlight. Balance of power massively in the favour. 7,000 up against 4.8k there for Tretch. It's looking pretty dire here so far. Krotgar is going to be moving over. Archmage just probably wants to stay nice and close. Keep breaking here for the Bastiladon. If Bastiladon comes back at this point, you're probably not too bothered. As long as the Archmage just stays close by, it should break off the edge of the battle. He's still routing, but, you know, Krotgar's going to do his best. Well, I don't know, this is a lot. If the Bastiladon goes off here, it's a big loss. The Archmage is still going to be around. It looks like it's going to be a... Okay, so we did see an Amber Spear coming down on the backside of Krotgar. And the Bastiladon has left the battlefield. That's a big loss there for the Lizardmen. And that's a withdrawal from Tretch. The Vulnerable Beak, struggling here. Are you struggling coming up with names? Yeah. So Krog Daddy coming in at 680, a lot of that value probably coming from the Hand of the Gods. 11 there for the Skink Priest of Beasts. 130 from the Saurus Scarvet with 25 and 200 for the Ark of Sotek. 730 and 170 there for the Cold One Spear Riders. 500 for the Chameleon Skinks. Can't help but think maybe more Skinky Boys would be a good counter up against the Shadow Warriors potentially, but you know, just maybe some food for thought there. 62, 250, 213. We are going to be seeing 290 there for the Red Crested, with 800 for the Regiment of Renown. 400, 690, and then 270 for the Skink Cohorts. Maybe just more Javelins and more Chameleon Skinks could be the way here, perhaps. It's a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. So we're going to see in the backside here 660, 700, 700, and 1,200 for all of the cavalry. 330, 500, 800, 800, and 875 there for the Shadow Warriors. Spears coming in at 200, 550, 218, 350, 31 there for the Metal Mage, and 900 for the Archmajor Beasts. Juja. Juja, as they say. So the Wastes of Khorne are going to be next. So it's going to be the big dubski here for the man himself. So there's going to be 1-0 there coming forward from the Phoenix King. So far, haven't seen him drop a game yet. Maybe, just maybe, he can finish out the series. So looks like Vampire Count's coming up against Bretonnia. What are the pick of bands, my friend? What are the picks in the bands? That's the question. So I think it's VC versus Bretonnia. I can see this being pretty hard for Bretonnia. I don't know if there's going to be enough changes that's going to fix that. Maybe Hanadins will know better than I do. Probably being a lot better with Bretonnia than I ever could be. I really just do not touch Bretonnia whatsoever. I assume from before when you had Faye, this was a winnable matchup. It was winnable, not great, but it was winnable. I would assume now with Faye being nerfed through the floor, this is an extremely hard matchup for Bretonnia. It's got to be, right? I can't see this being a comfortable matchup whatsoever. Looks very hard for Brett. Yeah, is that just because the changes to Faye? I think Faye made this matchup winnable, but now probably not because she's so garbage. I guess you're really hard clinging onto King Leonker. Blood Knights are destroying Grail Knights without joking. Yeah, I mean, is that because of the changes from... it's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny. But no, is that because of hunger? Is the hunger that's changing that? The fact that they can heal in combat? Or is there just another mechanic where Grail Knights are just worse, maybe due to ultra size or something like that? Dweller's still crap though, is it not? Dweller's is pretty decent, but like, you can take a life caster with Earthblood and what, Dwellers? You certainly could do that. Yep. Could definitely see it getting bullied by White Kings though. Yeah, it helps. Yeah. Finish King! Kinga! Kinga! VC ban Wood Elves and Zinch. So it looks like just VC from Tretch, and it was a Wood Elf and Zinch ban. And Phoenix King decided to go to Bretonnia. I think he picked Bretonnia. Also, Fey nerf only spell resist, so it shouldn't matter here. No, mate. Nah, neck bet. Fey got nerfed into the effing floor, mate. Absolutely nerfed into existence. Absolutely destroyed. But Grail Knights are one of the worst elite cav in the game. Is that because of the change from Ultra to from Large to Ultra, right? Stretch. Nice. We're good. We're good to go. I don't think... I thought you had some big changes, Faye. I thought you had some, like, big changes towards damage output and healing. I thought. Unless I misheard. I'm not sure, but other cards better. So you okay, fair. This is a build. Looks like it's going to go Fey anyway. I'm pretty sure Fey's damage output was completely destroyed, right? I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. Maybe I misheard, but I thought Fey's DPS was just absolutely tanked. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Alright, we're in. Show me the good stuff, boys. Show me the good stuff. So, let's go over here with the Bretonnia army. They are going to go with a lot of cavalry. So, the Wardens of Montfort, the Mounted German archers with the poison, Knights of the Realm, the Defenders of Fleur de Lis. These bad boys here looking rather good with the Frenzy. In the front, what else have we got here? So, we're going to be having Questing Knights, Questing Knights, Questing Knights, and the Companions of Quenelle, which are going to be the Regiment of Renowned Questing Knights. Or the Grail Knights. Oh no, Questing Knights, yeah. In the front we are going to have Men-at-Arms. And the Holy Wardens of Las Maisontal. What else here? Faye. Let's have a look at the old Faye bean. Yep, so she's going to be having 8 to 16 there with -5 melee attack on the Mist of the Lady. I'm pretty sure that was nerfed, right, by half. I'm pretty sure Mist of the Lady was nerfed. I think Neckbat. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this was 16 to 32 and then -5 melee attack. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Life Bloom, Arcane Conduit. Because I'm pretty sure that was on par with Kugarth, right? I'm pretty sure. Of course, Blessing of the Lady. Leadership is higher than Broken. Okay. Dweller's Blow, still looking OP as hell. Earthblood, and then the Chalice of Porchans. Ooh la la. So that is the Bretonian army, and of course we have the boys on the double paladins. So zombies here in the front, it's going to be 5 including the Tithe. We are going to get a Necromancer here with the Invocation, Raise the Dead, the Forbidden Rod, and the Lesser Raised Dead. In the sky, we are going to have Fellbats, the Devils of Schwarzhafen. Yep, that's going to be it there. So it's going to be quite a few in total. We are going to have Crypt Horrors in the middle, Helm and Gorse just to really sprinkle on the cheese with the Liber Noctis, the Curse of Years, which is an interesting one, here with the Vigor Mortis, the Unholy Lordstone, and the Reliquary of Corruption, which is actually going to be out-damaging here, which is where I think you're going to see the problems coming forward from the faction of Bretonnia. We're also going to have the Scab Scrath coming from the White King, which is going to be really good up against the infantry. And yep, I think that's all you need to write home about. In the backside here, we are going to have the Direpack Wolves. Just want to get those away, really. The cavalry could be over on the right-hand side, so it's coming for a big right-hand hard flank. Scab Scrath will finish off a lot of these infantry units here in the middle. The Holy Wardens moving to the right-hand side, but it looks like the rest of the units here coming forward from Phoenix are going to get terrified and butchered. I think it's Terror from the Shostahafen, right? Yeah, Terror. Oh my god, and they have Hunger? I'm pretty sure... Did they have Regen before? Was it Regen? Yeah, maybe. No archers will hurt. Possibly. Maybe somebody double check, but I'm pretty sure Mr. the Lady got nerfed. I'm pretty sure. So damage in the middle here, the Holy Wardens will not last long here. The Stonesman Graveguard will struggle a little bit there with regen. Of course, you know, having that fight weakness is not going to be great. But the Holy Wardens, I don't think they have that much AP. 9, it's okay. It's not great. So they should win here. The anti-infantry of the Stonesman will really finish them off quite quickly. In the middle here, the defenders of Fleur-de-Lis going to be getting smashed in the backside here by the Crypt Horrors. It's going to be pretty even. Phoenix King is actually going to be on the ascendancy, and even more going in the advance here with a really nice Chalice of Potions in the middle up against the Sternsmen. Sternsmen here going to be wavering on one leadership, not happy here in the middle whatsoever. Charging the backside here, the Companions of Cornell with the Curse of Years activated there on top of themselves, given that negative melee attack and speed. In the middle, we are going to have the lady herself. Faye is going to be in there, fighting up against Crypt Horrors. Not a bad choice. Really going to be doing those down nice and easily. The Paladins in for the bonus for Slaanesh, doing all the good damage here. And looks like they're going to be on the negative, so they're going to be dying pretty quickly here, the Crypt Horrors, as they get slammed by cavalry and all sorts of good, interesting units. Warlords of Montfront, the Mounted Domed Archers, going to be firing into the middle. And yeah, looks like they're going to be firing here up against the Crypt Horrors. Yeah, pretty good choices. It looks like we're going to have the Vargeist over on the right-hand side. I really want to see the Vargeist getting in and amongst the cavalry here. Getting some good charges there with that bucket of armor piercing they've got. Helm and Gorse, I think, needs to be engaged in melee, right? Or maybe he doesn't. Yeah, so he has to be in melee to get the Reliquary of Corruption. That's going to be very, very powerful up against the cavalry as well. Direpack's going to be requesting Knights alongside the Fellbats here in the back up against the Warlords of Montfront. They definitely want to get out of there if they can. In the middle here, looks like it is going to be a beautiful ability, but that's just going to be going down on 2 zombies. Very surprised about that. That's going to be an awful lot of Winds of Magic just going down on the double zombies. Bold choice? Possibly. Or possibly a bold choice here. But 4,400, 4,500 for Tretch, 4,200 for Phoenix. Can they get in on Faye is the question. Faye is going to be getting dumpstered in the middle. We have the White King in there. We also have Lord Helm and Gorse, the DPS monster himself, fighting with that massive 340 weapon strength. Vargeist and the Regiment of Renown as well, going to be fighting in there with that bucket of armor piercing they really do bring to the battlefield. The Stonesman Graveguard are going to be holding it just about. Necromancer with that Forbidden Rod stroking in the backside, with also the Direpack Wall is going to be clearing out a lot of the cavalry, which is some pretty nice stuff. 5,700 for Tretch, 5,150 there for the Phoenix King. Maybe another Dwellers Below could do some good business here. Really need to get rid of those Crypt Horrors if you can. The Devils or Schwasterhafen, the Vargeists, going to do some nice work in the middle. That's going to be a Chalice Potion here. Yes, it is, and that's going to explode on quite a few units. So 6,500 up against 6,100. And it looks like here the defenders of Fleur-de-Lis on the outside with the Holy Wardens and some more Knights of the Realm. In the middle, that's probably going to be an Earthblood. No, it's going to be a Curse of Years. So getting that negative there on the melee attack. In the middle, where is she going to be? So the Paladin's going to be fighting. and the lady herself. Can they get... If they can beat down these Crypt Horrors, they've got an absolute free advance here on Helm and Gorst. Helm and Gorst is going to be losing the Liber Noctis, giving all those reserves there and that negative on that cooldown. Curse of the Year still activated, giving that negative melee attack, which could be really pivotal for this big destruction force. And it looks like we're now going to get a Dwellers Below. So lots of good damage in the middle. That's going to slow and just really whittle down a lot of units. Look at the damage coming out there from that bad boy. 7.3. And Balance of Power is going to be favouring Tretch, but it's going up against 7.4 here from the Phoenix King now. A lot of units going to be dwindling. Zombies here really crumbling into the night sky. We do see regen from the Sternsman, but the Necromancer is going to be helping for that mass healing. Cavalry needs to get back in. Cavalry needs to cycle charge as much as possible. We do see Fate in the middle. She's not looking great. She's not looking bad, but she's not looking great. Helm and Gorse here, though, is taking a lot of damage. You can see that healing cap is really close by. We do see the White King is going to be punching on Fate. Can she get up and round and deal with Helman? If we can deal with Helman, I think that could be really big into coming back into the battle here. I'm going to say this is definitely a big dub coming forward here. I mean, we do actually have we have the White King out. That is great. That is fantastic. Having the White King out is brilliant. We now have the double Paladin and that bonus is large fighting up against Gorse. Gorse does not have great melee defense. 49 is not exactly huge. And the Fae's in. She's in. Good stuff there. Oh, lovely damage. And if we can take care of him, just maybe the Phoenix King can come back into this. But good charge from the Vargeists. What sort of magic do we have here? Looks like we have more spells. So we have zombies coming in again. Break here from the Knights of the Realm. What do we have on the outside? So we have the Men-at-Arms. Maybe they can get in. But nope, that looks like it is going to be the victory there for the Vampire Counts. Mr. Lazy is half mortar strength now. Yes, I think it was nerfed. I think it was nerfed. Bohemond, hopefully I said that correctly, Bohemond. But yes, that I believe it was 16 to 32. It was the same as Kugar's ability. But I think now it has been halved. But then, I've been wrong before. I have been wrong before. So, there's going to be one apiece here in the grand finale. We are going to be having now the final match coming up on Night's Run. So, 4,900 for the Fey Enchantress. Very, very good stuff. I don't know if that was army losses, but I think actually Bretonnia gave up there. But 700, 600 from the Paladin. I don't know if it was over yet, but 650 there from the Holy Wardens of Las Maisons-Tal, Zibata Pilgrims. 66, 100, 52 there for the Men-at-Arms, with 877, 680, and 744 there for the Questing Knights and 3. I can't help but think that maybe actually more Wardens would have been quite nice, perhaps. Maybe they could have shot up against the Vargeist and stuff, but, you know, obviously you can play every single matchup very differently. But 800 for the Knights of the Realm, the 408 there for the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis. Yeah, that's very good stuff. Gorsteed 2.7, 1,000 there for the Regiment of Renown, 550 for the White King, 250 from the Necromancer, 1.3 for the Sternsman Graveguard, 700, 1.5, and 61 for the Crypt Horrors. Zombies coming in at 260, one absolute dumpstering, 160 there from the Tithe. 800 for the Vargeists, 1.2 for the Direpack Wolves, 230, 50, 300 for the Felbats. Logic, it was Army Losses, Balance of Power is quite broken. Yeah, I've noticed that recently. I've noticed a lot of games where like Balance of Power has just gone zoop, and I'm like, I don't think that was over yet at all in any shape or form. But you know, either way, Balance of Power seems very, very sensitive at the current moment in the game. Her Bombard bound spell is okay though. Yeah. Oh, what, the Chalice of Potions? Grease. I called you Grease. Geese. Greasy Geesey. Geesey Greasy. So the last map is going to be on Night's Run. Night's Run on the Bretonnian Hills. And if that's going to favour anybody, that's going to favour Tretch. That's for sure. So P's and B's. What have we got here? What's the P's and B's, baby? Give me the P's and B's, please. P's and B's. Yeah, they were very even on damage, but of course, you know, there's a lot of regen coming from both sides from healing. But I don't think that game was over at all by any frame of the imagination. It certainly wasn't over. So either way, but anyway, this is going to be the final game. So it is going to be game 3. Goosey goosey, goosey goosey. I love it. This is going to be the final game. It looks like it's going to be Warriors of Chaos. Phoenix King going in hard here, knowing that vampire counts are out, and there's also Fane's Bound Bombardment. Yeah, it's really good, man. Yeah, it's really good. Does it do damage up against its own units? I don't think it does. I think that bombardment doesn't damage self units. I believe. Don't quote me. Just listen. If I'm wrong, don't tell me. Just let me believe. It's a little bit like the bombardment from the Empire, right? The warrior priest one doesn't do any self damage. I'm pretty sure phase 1's the same. Pretty sure. Don't quote me though. If anybody said that is the truth, just say it was Pantelinod. It's fine. So this is going to be Empire versus Warrior Chaos. Now, interestingly, I think Empire can do pretty well here. I really do think Empire can actually do quite well here. I don't know how they're going to do on Night's Run, but I think the Empire can do well. They've got a good skirmish game that can really blast the Warriors, or especially the old Warriors of Chaos out of the world, pretty much. I don't know how the skirmish game would do now, but I think it could do pretty well. I think if you went like, let's say you could go 4 units of Outriders and 2 units of Pistoliers. You could do pretty well here. I don't know how many skirmish you can have in total. Well, maybe you can go more than that. I'm not too sure. Outriders could also be pretty decent in this matchup, for sure. The problem is going to be like Hellstriders. You know, how a Hellstrider is going to be in this matchup. But I think the scoot and shoot here from the Empire is going to be really difficult to deal with. And you can just go with a really cheap character. So you can just go with the Empire Captain and just bolt that front line. Just nice bonuses, large arrow shots, taking down skirmish cavalry. You can really whittle down the battlefield, I think. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. If you guys have any thoughts, do let me know. Do let me know. Alright, so the pick and ban. Slaanesh Empire Tomb Kings ban the Vampire Counts. So Warriors of Chaos. And he went with Empire. Yeah, I think that's the way to play it. I was thinking maybe TK could have done well there as well. TK could have done well. Oops. Oopsies. Boom. Let's get the rule book up. So fruit rules, Empire please. Bretonnia, Dwarfs, Empire. So ranged cavalry is 6 max. 4 Outriders, 2 Pistoliers could do really well here. Any of them 360? Yeah, and you can start some 360 units on the floor as well. Grab loads of Empire Knights. There's probably quite a bit you can do here. Oh, maybe. Maybe you could go with the war. Could war wagons do really well here? Possibly. Could you go war wagons here? I think war wagons could be pretty decent, right? And then you just protect them with Empire Knights, Pistoliers, Yeah. And then you could go something silly like... you could go anything. Yeah, you could do a lot here, to be fair. You could do a lot. Very interested to see how we play it here with Trench. I think Hellstriders could be the problem. Potentially. I mean, it obviously very much depends on what the Phoenix King brings. Wagons are no joke. Yeah, wagons are good. Wagons are good. I was thinking it's either going to be Outrider plus Pistoliers, or maybe War Wagons as well. I don't know what max on War Wagons is. Is it max 3 on War Wagons? Total Chariots 3, yeah. So it'd be max 3 on War Wagons. So you could go War Wagons and then some Outriders, perhaps. That'd be really good. It'd be insane. Yeah, 3 War Wagons, 3 Outriders. That'd be your 6 Cavalry Chariot range. Like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's just going to get blasted. And then you just need some Empire Cavalry to, like, cover. I mean, what do you think, Hanadins? What do you think? I mean, you're probably the master of this matchup, right? I think you're quite a strong Chaos player, Hanadins, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it looks like it's actually going to be Outrider grenade launchers instead. Yeah, so it's going to be triple War Wagon. Yeah, this is what I expected. Netcaster, Boris Chantbringer, though. Ah, okay. He'll lose to Bellicor. I'm pretty sure Carl Franz will lose to Bellicor as well, so at least Boris heals. He's brought a lot of Khorne units to really soak up some damage. He's put all of his marks in Khorne. I'm not gonna lie, I'm favouring Trench so far. Has CA ever released any new any info on how BOP is calculated? Let me have a look. Maybe I have some stuff. No, not in asset stuff. I'll look in our feed, see if I can see anything. I don't know if it's in the 2.1 update. I know there's any stuff in 2.1. If there's not anything in 2.1, because I'm not very familiar. If it's not in 2.1 update, then I don't think so. I could probably find some stuff out if you have any questions. If you have any questions, Shetland, just send me a message. I'll have a quick blast through whilst I'm waiting for these guys, but I can't see anything. Where's Empire, actually? It's down here, wasn't it? Empire. Is there any changes here? No, there's actually no changes to my player. I thought they're ready to go. No, it doesn't look like it, bro, I'm afraid. It's only got domination stuff on it, which is talking about tickets and changes there. Doesn't look like there's anything. Nah, because there won't be any changes in balance of power. I really think they've done minimal changes to land battles, I think. So I'm going to guess the answer is no. Or whatever you knew in Warhammer 2 Shetland is probably going to be the same here in Warhammer 3. I really don't think they've made many changes for land battles. I'm just generally curious how it can be uneven when a battle starts. There was also the whole idea before in Warhammer 2, right, when you had the calculation of like the Beastmen units. So, for example, if they had the Fury ability, or they had like having perfect cavalry, having perfect vigor as cavalry is really powerful and stuff like that. There was miscalculations in the balance of power there, stuff like that. You'd probably be best to ask Anticity. He'll probably know more of the markers than I will. I could probably find out for you, but he might know them off his head. If not, I'll find out for you. Just if you've got any questions, just ask, and I'll try and find out what I can. So Immortal Horsemasters on the front, followed by throwing axes. There's one throwing axe in there, and some more Marauder Horsemen. All of the money and all of the marks of chaos went into Khorne for the halberds. We're also going to see a hell cannon with Be'lakor in the sky here with the Lord of Torment. That's going to have the Keeling, Shadow Shroud, the Dark Master, and Pit of Shades. But yeah, there's been a couple of things in the past about some imbalances where certain abilities in game have been valued more by the computer than actually they're valued in the starting screen. But of course, when they deactivate, like Frenzy, for example, Frenzy will have a lot of value when it's activated, but when it gets deactivated and you lose that leadership, you directly see it in the balance of power. Don't do anything for Shetland. He didn't even say if he likes my puns. Yeah, goddamn you, Shetland. Goddamn. Geese went away, smoked, and thought super hard for you. Not even a response, mate. Not even a response. Just straight up ignored him. Terrible. Terrible stuff. So we're going to have the Sons of Sigmar moving forward here, alongside some Flagellants, which are going to have take cover, thanks to getting blasted by that Hell Cannon. Regular Spearmen on the front line. The Light Wizard's going to be in the sky, which is a bit of an interesting pick. Eat that, Empire Knights. There's a couple of those models going down there in the backside. 3 in total. Going to be feeling the wrath here of Chaos. As we're going to be having Marauder Horsemasters and probably some throwing axes in here. No throwing axes, just Horsemasters. Giving the business here to the Empire Knights. War Wagons on the right-hand side. They're going to be blasting in the sky here up against Be'lakor, who has Net on him, but also has the Shadow Shroud. So that's going to be a little bit unfortunate there. In the sky here, we are going to have Boris moving to the left. Maybe trying to help here up against the Marauder Horsemasters. 90 speed for him. Does he have... What sort of debuffs do we have here? We do have Crush the Weak. Oh, there we go. The White Cloak of Auric is going to be really good at slowing them down. And then, of course, that -8 melee attack. So he should be able to charge in here with a negative on that speed. So 86 speed, he should be able to catch a couple here, but maybe the attack animation is going to be a bit of an irritating one here. Yeah, so he's going to dive down on top. He's going to get that Griffin just really fighting amongst the Horsemasters and hopefully do a little bit of damage. So we can actually catch with the Empire Knights, but they're going to get immediately terrified by Be'lakor. And, you know, I don't blame them. But the Sons of Sigmar are going to move here up against the Chaos Warrior Halberds. The Khorne Knight variant here in the middle with that Frenzy and mass melee attack, as they're going to be butchering the front line here with that 110 armor. They may be Sigmar's sons, and they may be born directly from the man himself, but yeah, they're going to get butchered there rather quickly. In the middle, the Empire Knight's going to get just absolutely done over here by the Pit of Shades. That thing has so much armor piercing, and DPS is just going to wreck these knights. Chaos Warriors of Khorne here. They're going to fight pretty well. 110 armor, silver shield. They'll certainly hold the line. A big bolt coming through here up against the Spearmen. 2,200 for the Phoenix King. And, Tretch is certainly doing the business, but you can see here that Be'lakor is just going to heal. I really think you get the War Wagons dealing with a lot of the skirmish. If you can take the skirmish off the battlefield and get rid of that mobility, maybe you can get through here. I'd like to see the Light Wizard maybe just net Be'lakor and then come over and try and see if you can slam the Hell Cannon. I think that's really a way to try and get some some dominance back on the battlefield. In the middle, Flagellant's going to be fighting up against the Warrior Halberds. And throwing axes and javelins here, just going to be butchering the front line of Spearmen. They don't have any shields. They're just going to be a complete meat sack running here towards their, never ever-ending doom. So that's it, really. And one thing I did see a bit of a problem here for the War Wagons is the tree lines. Tree lines really here are not going to be helping the War Wagons. We do see Marauder Horsemasters catching the backside of the War Wagons. It is going to be a net on the Horsemasters. So good stuff there from the Light Wizard, but of course, it's going to be a bit of a cooldown now as we wait. Chaos Warriors of Khorne going to be fighting up against Boris. He's going to bring that Terror and the Blood Roar to the battlefield. He's also going to be having Hold the Line and Crush the Weak. So they're below 50% there. All of the leadership and melee defense debuffs are going to be really handy. When backed up by the White Cloak of Auric, and that healing from the Midland Runefang is going to be rather handy indeed. In the middle, we are going to have the Sigmar Sons, the swordsmen here, fighting bravely up against the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. But it looks like here it's probably not going to be enough there for them. Down to 1,700, but they will hold the line. They will do as, you know, they were designed to do. Bellacore going to be fighting up against the Outrider grenade launchers. They can't shoot things in the sky, but yeah, they certainly can shoot Bellacore when he gets down low. Only 45 armor, but this man heals so goddamn fast. We are going to be shooting... how much healing has he got left here? I can't actually see his healing. But he's going to have a considerable amount left. So we do see in the middle here, Empire Knight's going to get chased away there by Terror. He doesn't have his reduction on immune to psychology, but I don't think that's going to be all that helpful. Empire Knight's charging him. I'm going to try and catch the Marauder Horsemasters, and the Horsemasters are just going to kite them into eternity. We have throwing axes coming over as well. Of course, you know, designed to take down here up against some of these Empire Knights. 4,500 going on to 4.6, going up against 3,300 for Tretch. I don't want to call it this early, but it is looking pretty dire for the Empire. Yeah, it is looking pretty dire. I don't really know a way back into this. I think here just getting some picks. We can see that the Hell Cannon is going to be shooting in the backside here up against the Wall Wagons. And if they start taking down models, it's going to get pretty painful. Good skirmish up against the Empire Knights. It's going to be, you know, sandwiched between 6 units. Hell Cannon is going to be firing at the front. Bit of a hit and a miss there. A hit and a miss, bit of a shoot and a miss. They are going to try and dive forward, maybe trying to get here up against the Hell Cannon, but there's so much cavalry coming forward, and there's just nothing to protect them now. They are going to be shooting. Throwing axes do try and bonk on the back door here of the War Wagons. The Light Wizard, maybe an overcast net of Amantok here, could be, you know, could be maybe in the game, but we are going to see... Yeah, that's unfortunate there. I forget the name, but yeah, Shim's Burning Gaze, unfortunately, getting the miss. War Wagons, yeah, they're just getting compromised and breaking now. Yeah, I'm going to say that's GG's well played there. It was a really nice attempt from the Empire. They just don't know how to protect their War Wagons now. Outrider grenade launchers, I mean... Yeah, I just don't think there's enough of them left. 32 models. It's possible. Yeah, it's certainly possible. Balance of Power does not like chaos, right? It favours it just about, but not enough in my opinion. So a shoot there, nice hit into the backside of the War Wagon, somehow still clinging onto 2 models. No idea how that's the case. In the middle here, we are going to get Boris. Maybe Boris is just the fact that's actually holding this army together. I think, oh, net on Big Bellacore in the sky there. And it looks like they're going to try and finish off some of the Marauder Horsemasters. Breaking these Horsemasters is going to be really important. Getting that skirmish off the battlefield is going to be really, really good here for the Empire. But that is going to be a shatter, unfortunately, for the grenade launchers. In the sky, you've got to be careful of the Light Wizard. Make sure that Bellacore doesn't accidentally get his nice big sword here into the backside of the Light Caster. And also we're going to run out of ammunition here for the Hell Cannon. 3 shots left. And that should be enough here to finish off the remainder of the game. Break here with the Outrider grenade launchers. We see the Marauder Horsemen. The throwing axes is going to be pushing those off the edge of the map. And ammo running low here for the War Wagons. You know, they can scoot and shoot here up against Bellacore, but I just don't think Boris is still, even at this stage of the game, going to be having enough power to finish off Bellacore. Balance of Power now more and more pushing into the favour of the Phoenix King. Bellacore is going to smash right into the backside of the War Wagon. And I imagine we're going to be close, if not out of Winds of Magic. Shem's Burning Gaze misses, and now we actually see the ability of the Shadow Shroud, which is, and also the Dark Master there on Boris. This is the time for Boris to get out. There's absolutely no need for him to fight here. He's going to immediately land, and that's really smart there. Get him in and amongst the Horsemasters, cause that terror. You know, it's going to be negative 21 leadership in there. That's going to be really handy indeed. Just getting some of the cavalry away here. That skirmish and that mobility is so good when it's been, you know, getting around the map, pushing off all of the Empire troops, pushing them around to the white line. So it looks like here the broken units of the Marauder Horsemasters. Are they going? And they're off! Good stuff there in the middle. It looks like we are going to have Boris still fighting. What can he do here up against Bellacore? Let's look at a rear charge here for the Light Wizard. Maybe a Shem's Burning Gaze into Bellacore could do the work. He does have missile resistance. Boris seems to be losing here, unfortunately. And it looks like Bellacore's leadership is going to be holding up. So Crush the Reek, etc. is really not going to be that handy in the middle. throwing axe, etc. So we are going to get that. We probably now need to cycle the Light Wizards. Either that or it's going to be game over. We really need to get as much damage on Be'lakor as we can. War Wagon's going to get pushed off here by the Marauder Horsemen. What do we have left here on the battlefield? Spearmen over on the other side going to be probably... looks like they're really trying to traverse across the battlefield. Wouldn't mind seeing them fighting up against the Hell Cannon crew there. More cavalry coming across the map. We are trying to get Boris out. Maybe a net here somewhere? I mean, Be'lakor is not looking super happy. Another Shem's coming down. Bit of a miss, but we are going to connect with the throwing axes. They're going to be down to 8 leadership. They're wavering. I think if Boris fought here, maybe a lot of these might break tower and go off the map. So one breaks there, one terrifies towards the outside. They shatter and they're gone. There's going to be another one breaking here. That could certainly push off the edge of the map. But Boris's healing cap is going to be coming out. Now, we probably ought to fight against Be'lakor at this moment. Maybe getting into the trees? No, it's not. They're just going to push through. What have we got here for the Light Wizard? Could the Light Wizard go over here, maybe break some units? Looks like there's going to be another Shems fighting for Be'lakor. Boris is going to be fighting in the middle. And now we go in here with the caster. It is going to be a charge. There's no way you're getting out of that, I don't think. He's going to try and get out of there. Boris is fighting Foe Seeker, but the Dark Master has been activated with the Shadow Shroud, making Be'lakor so powerful. It's unbelievable. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Boris out of there. We are going to cycle charge. Not much weapon strength. Only 300 for the Light Wizards. And now we move in here with the Khorne Halberds. Be'lakor's going to get away because he is going to be running out here of his ability. 11 seconds left. 10 seconds now. Boris is going to be back up to his normal melee attack. Is he going to get the damage here on Be'lakor? If he kills Be'lakor, I can't see a reason why he couldn't win here. Oh no, that hit the trees. That is so unfortunate. Caster dives in. Be'lakor's still going to be fighting. Damage resistance has gone down here. What is this going to be? This is going to be a Pit of Shades? It was a bold attempt. Maybe try and just get any free damage you can on the Light Wizard. More of the Chaos Warriors coming across. And it looks like that's going to be the end for Boris. A couple of big hits there, unfortunately. Halberds are in as well. I think Boris has seen the end here. Yeah, big shame. Unfortunate there. Unfortunate. No problem, Schiller. No problem, buddy. So let's have a look. 1.5k there for Boris. 500 for the Light Wizard. Maybe... Would Carla France be better here? Dwellers Below, healing. Possibly. Possibly. Because he would have had the Rattling Rune Fang, plus he also would have had that bonus that was large with Galmaraz, Armor Piercing. Maybe he could have dueled up against Be'lakor a little bit better. 2.4k there for Be'lakor. 560, 200, 530, and 250 for the Empire Knights. 600, 950, and 1068. War Wagons be strong, but I do wonder maybe more skirmish, and maybe you could have gone with some Pistoliers, made it a bit cheaper. You know, you went like maybe 4 Pistoliers and 2 Outriders. Super cheap on the skirmish. And then you just go, you know, a little bit more of an expensive front line, perhaps. Possibly. Just a thought there. 240, 0 there for the others. 93 for the Spearmen, 350, and 330 there for the Sigmar Sons. Maybe just more grenade launchers. 1086 value. Pretty damn good stuff. Maybe just more Outrider grenade launchers. Possibly. Possibly. So front line, 900, 550, 640, 1400 for the Halberds, and 640 there for the Chaos Warriors. 880, 1031, 930 there for the Marauder Horse Masters. Horsemen coming in at 1000, 430, and 680 for the Throwing Axes. 1075 for the Hell Cannon, which I think was a really nice pick. Yeah, so GG's all playing to these gents. Thank you very much for playing. Let's update that scoreboard. So Phoenix is going to come through here with the Big Dubski. Really well played to the big boy. Really great to have him on stream. Great to have both of these legends on stream. Nice to see Motrech going again. Yeah, fantastic stuff. So, sorry for my tired state. Rather rough day in the office. But, well, I say rough. It was just a lot today. So I'm just a bit tired. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Maybe I'm just uncultured, but I thought it was usually mammals that are described as marbled. Really? That seems an odd description word. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to go check out some more stuff, we have, let's see who's online. It's going to be Turin, Inticity, and Exploding Hamster are going to be streaming. So feel free to go check any of those guys out. You should know all of them by now. But yes, they'll be up there. They'll be doing multiplayer for Inticity Turin, and I think Exploding Hamster is doing some campaign with Slaanesh. So, guys, thank you very much for today. Really hope you enjoyed it. I will be back soon, maybe tomorrow, if not Monday for sure. Yeah, we'll have more multiplayer. So, guys, see you later. Take care of yourselves, and thank you very much, ODM, for asking me to cast.